Hello, everybody. Dadman Walking 55 here, coming to you from wherever the hell I am in the secret location known to me only and the Mrs. Dadman. But hey, if you hear something in the background, it's probably a refrigerator running. Hopefully, there's no attacking appliances tonight. I'm not doing laundry, so that'll be okay. So let me bring out tonight is going to be a late night with Dadman and Friends, but we're right now it's just going to be a friend. It's going to be a throwback show. I have no graphics. I have no side computers. I have no side pieces to be able to show up, fling it. Sorry, everybody don't sit here and watch. But instead, I just got probably the greatest known talent on YouTube that's underappreciated, and well, hell, he's worth 10 people on a freaking stream. It's the one, the only, the great Hungry for. What are you tonight? Fun comedy.
Yes, and that was a very beautiful introduction. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, exactly.
I'm actually blushing a little bit now.
So not hungry. I gave you a great. She didn't think it was you.
Yes. So, that brings us to the introduction. Emily Gangadine and the Retrievers. Nice.
Now she stole Lisa's line. Yippee!
Yeah.
And yes, the more you say I'm late, the more we'll make people and you wait. So hey, add to the drama, the anticipation. But hey, we're only on the YouTube side tonight. We got 3 people watching us, so it's probably you, me, and Emily. So hey, that's okay. Folks, if you're on Twitter, retweet it out and get it out.
Oh, I did.
Notifications go. So that stuff. But hey, so how have you been? You've been actually. I sent you a few intimidating DMs today, and they worked. You came out.
Look. With the country I come from, those are not intimidating. They
are enticing. Men Thunder. Sorry.
Absolutely, and frankly, with the crap that's been going on in the world in the past 2 weeks, those were not intimidating. They were funny, they were a little spicy, they were slightly salty, but they were not intimidating. But I did appreciate them.
Salty. How about when you friggin' jumped on in the back room? That was Dadman Unplugged.
Yeah, that was good. That
was not for public consumption, though.
No. I mean, there are some things we can talk about that are for public consumption, but like 60% of that conversation, no.
I know, but it's okay, because you know what? We're not here to be salty like that and everything. We're here to have some fun and to help each other, and to lift each other up. Yeah, what's up?
Emily made a sad face. Why?
Why? Oh no!
Oh, the tummy bug. Oh no, Emily, I'm very sorry.
No. All right. Well, just sit back, relax, and if we put you to sleep, hey, we've done our job.
You don't have to type tonight, Emily. Sometimes, if you're feeling ill, it's okay to just listen and enjoy. You don't have to feel obliged to join in. So no, do that.
Yeah,
I mean, God, I've nearly died from salmonella, so I know about tummy bugs.
Tummy bugs. God, you sound like a daycare director. Tummy bugs. Hey, Junior. No, they're god-awful stomach cramps. I'm just kidding.
Oh, even worse. I mean, God, you do not want to know what salmonella does. And I've actually.
Mrs. has told me food poisoning. She said there's no way you don't know that you have food poisoning. There's no. I mean, it'll put you down. So.
Yeah, and then I mean, honestly, I don't know how this happened, but I ended up getting rye ergot poisoning, which is a mold that happens on bread and other grains. Yeah,
I thought that was alcohol, right? But rye bread. Okay, rye ergot. Well, what is that then?
There's a certain type of mold that will grow on certain types of grains, and you may not notice it because it's not as obvious as just a plain black mold. And you might eat some of the bread and not realize that bread has got some of the rye ergot in it. And the thing is, it makes things come out of your mouth and out of the other end look black as ink, and it's terrifying.
Oh, yeah. Black coming out of your body from any side is not good.
Yeah, and you just look at that, and it keeps going, and it doesn't stop, and you think, I'm going to die. I'm going to finish up tonight. This is my last night. Do I have enough time to call my loved ones before I finish up, And if you're lucky, then it passes on. And there are other versions of rye ergot poisoning in which you freak out, your heart rate goes up, you have hallucinations. And a lot of people say that's what led to some of the Salem witch trials, because people were freaking out and they were seeing things and they were blathering, in like these fake languages. But I'll tell you, if you saw somebody having black stuff come out of their mouth and their other side, and they were talking in a false language, you might call them a witch as well.
Yes, exactly. Hey, we're up to 5 people, and Whoopa Troop has made an appearance.
Hey, Whoopa. Hey, Whoopa.
I hope you feel better soon, Whoopa. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a tale of a mighty ship.
And you know what? Whoopa's got to feel better because Whoopa's going to be president. We know that.
Well, I don't know. You win that election, you might get sick, but
yeah,
actually, we've been talking about something out there. So, hey, look, hopefully you're doing better tonight, Whoopa. And, of course, tomorrow night, folks, we have a full regular late night with Dadman and Friends with, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 have actually committed or said that they'll be there. Of course, Hungry is obligatory, has to be here.
Yeah. Unless the weather cuts out my internet, which happened last night.
Oh well, still.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try. I'll try to get.
Let's see. Whoopa said the competition is trying to take him out with the biological warfare.
Good one.
We got your back, Whoopa. We got your back. That. Just give us the names and we will take them out. We have connections.
We have the technology.
We have Mr. Angel.
Oh God, Mr. Angel, he's beyond technology, dude.
Oh, speaking of other things, I did want to tell you, and I don't know if you saw it, for people that are thinking of and praying for Masters Maniac Mexico, our friend. I have heard from him several times tonight, and he is positive. He's still been through a lot, but he's keeping the faith. He's positive, and just wanted to share that update on him as we have that. I'm trying to hide the comment. There you go. Sometimes its button is crazy. But yeah, he messaged several different times, and he's supposed to be around on Discord tomorrow for people that are on Discord that follow him. And I put it in our private group chat. So
yeah. And that was a very good thing to do, and I greatly appreciate it. And for those of us who know, we understand what he's going through. It's probably not best for us to speak specifically here, but privately, we know what he's going through, and we know how hard it's been, and we know the incredible challenges that he's having to undergo at this time.
He's got a goal. He's got a goal. 8 days will be his birthday, which will be a week from Thursday. And it sounds like he wants me to host a birthday party stream for him. So
that'd be great.
It sounds like he will be able to have a connection. He's got people down there looking out for him with his church and stuff. So that's what's happening. He does not have a stable, consistent connection. And I think he may still be in the hospital. But the point is he's got access to be able to be available at times.
Yes.
Which is a lot more than we were afraid we were going to get. So
yes. And also people need to remember that he's not living in San Francisco or Dallas or New York. He's living in a place that, sometimes things can be a little dicey.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna break the mood a little bit. So we look forward to see maybe that'll work to be able to do that stream for his birthday. But not just that, you started naming cities, and it gave me a new song for karaoke.
Oh yeah.
Living in America.
I'll be honest.
I give LA, Detroit City. But
I give you crap about 80s songs, but I actually like that song.
who couldn't like James Brown? So
I love James Brown.
Whoopa's heard stories about San Francisco. Hey, flaming bags of poo. Among other things.
San Francisco. I mean, it's been more than 20 years since I was in the United States in California, and then
Yeah.
things were like 100 times better when I left, and now I keep hearing the stories and seeing the clips, and I'm thinking, yeah, I got out at the right time.
It's such a shame, though. I remember even as a kid in the 70s watching Price is Right. A new car. Yeah, they get a car. And one of the first freaking things, California emissions. I'm like, as a freaking 10, even 7 or 8 year old, I'm like, what the hell are California emissions? I mean, they've always been like brutally like imposition. Like I said, we're not trying to do politics and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But even if I do, it's my friggin' channel, and this is kind of one of the times that I might. Hungry will tell you I was very salty a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So let me work out some of the sodium chloride. But even then, it was like there was. Why I'm like sitting there watching this game show and like, what the hell is making them so special? California emissions, and I'm like, now it's gone, even worse from there and stuff. So
well, I mean, I can.
Whoopa had
Hey,
roots
Corey.
there.
Hey, Corey. Hey, Whoopa. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Corey. Corey, good to see you.
I may not know that much because I was I wasn't technically an immigrant.
You were a poor boy from a poor family's raised life from monstrosity. Easy go. Sorry. I don't know what the freaking hell's wrong with me tonight.
No, this
is a perfectly timed squirrel stream, folks. Y'all want to throw random crap in the chat? Go ahead and throw random crap in the chat. I might bite on it, and we might go in the storm. Like I said.
Oh, you were psychic just as you said that. Max Redstone threw some random crap in the chat. Yeah.
well, look at this collection of finery. I heard a rumor that Mos Eisley Spaceport called. They want the scum and villainy back. Yes. Oh, and the Australian Rhapsody. Deputy and Rhapsody. Sorry.
Right back to Daly City, Max Redstone. And if you know the Bay Area.
Chicago.
No, Daly City is in right by San Francisco. That's where the airport is.
Wait, Daly. I thought everything Daly was Chicago, but then you got Daly Plaza, which is Dallas, isn't it?
Oh, no. Daly City. Different spelling.
Daly?
Daly City.
Daly.
No.
Dely, right?
Daly.
Oh, Daly City.
Daly. That's the way it would be spelled in Georgia and pronounced in Georgia. Yeah, that's right.
Max is originally from Chicago and
I know, Max,
is in San Diego now. Good to see you, Max Redstone.
I have a hard time believing Max has never spent at least a week in San Francisco.
Hello, Grogu.
Hey, bro.
The cutest Grogu on the internet. Look at those eyes. So
adorable.
Right? Adorable. So I'm working on the slow computer, which brings up random chats as it wants to.
No, Whoopa.
Let's go, Cubbies. Let's go, Cubbies.
I mean, Chicago. Look, I was in Chicago back in the 90s. I loved it.
Dolly is those fake salt shakers from that guy who goes around with a screwdriver.
Yeah, or Salvador Dali.
No, it's a Dr. Dolly. But hey, stunning. Max Redstone's breaking out a jar of the Hellman's.
Oh, I've actually tried that, Max. It's very good.
There's a Hellman's?
Hellman's is a great brand. And other things too. They make other things other than mayonnaise, and I don't know if they're still a great brand. Like I said, over 20 years ago.
Some deli meats.
Ooh, I mean,
sorry,
I like Hellman's.
I am worked out. We got 12 people here watching right now. And I think a few lurkers because we, with all the people. But thank you, come in. Make sure you hit subscribe. Let's get these bitch YouTube things back up over to 630 or whatever it was. Because I've lost 5 subscribers in the last few weeks. Got one back, with these games. But hey, you guys rock. You guys are what this is all about. We've already got 10 likes and 12 are watching right now. Thank you everybody for that, and thank you for your support. And there's like little trumpets being blown and the emotes. So Whoopa does agree with Top Notch. So let me start a firestorm. Let me start a firestorm right now.
All right.
What do you put on your deli sandwich? Like if you have a ham sandwich, just take a basic ham sandwich.
Oh, see That
Just
really
take like
depends.
white bread or sourdough, whatever bread. But what do you put on a just a basic ham sandwich?
Okay, well, generally, I'll be honest. I don't do. I used to eat a lot of deli sandwiches in the
Okay,
United States,
right.
but I tended to go with pastrami or turkey. Those were my favorite ones. But
Okay, okay. In a static world, you get a
Mhm.
ham sandwich. You can only eat ham sandwich. Okay.
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough.
What do you put on it?
Okay, number one, I would be going with Swiss cheese, and I would also be going with thinly sliced tomato, and I would be
Tomato.
going tomato, and I
Tomato.
would okay, and very, very, very thin, authentic mustard. And Max knows what I mean by authentic mustard on
Okay.
a piece of the bread, and a generous amount of proper mayonnaise, generous amount, and a pickle on the side. There has to has a proper uncut pickle on the side, so you can
Okay.
bite into it. And that would be my perfect ham sandwich. And if the bread would be wheat and lightly toasted.
Okay. Well, Max said it's weird in California. Well, what isn't? They don't have helmets. It's best mayonnaise. Like on
Mm,
one side of the Mississippi, they have Edie's, and on the other side it's Streyer's.
mm,
Corey says for a ham sandwich, wheat, mayo, cheese, bacon. Okay. Whoopa,
mm.
and I like this. I agree with this. If it's honey ham, I'd probably eat it plain, to be honest. And I can
Honey
understand that.
ham is good. Honey ham is good.
He says,
Yes.
same with turkey. And Edge of Time is here. Welcome, Edge of
Mm.
Time. Ultra sharp cheddar.
Good choice.
Uh, Brogu is saying a basic ham sandwich would just do ham and cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, some wheat bread, very light mayo. I can't stand a sopping wet sandwich.
That is true. A soggy
Yeah,
sandwich is a very unfortunate event.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. Soggy anything at the wrong moment is a very unfortunate event, especially if you're a guy. The lady might be disappointed too. Oh shoot, I'm feisty tonight, okay?
Mm,
But that
mm,
doesn't do anything compared to this, and I think only Whoopa Troopa might support me
mm,
on a ham sandwich. You know what I want?
mm.
Ketchup.
Oh God damn it. Okay, now sorry.
Just ketchup.
I'll
Just
be right
ketchup.
back. That I need a moment. I'm in shock. You vamp. Wow.
Wow. How about that? It does not take much to throw Hungry Boy over the side. So, hey, all right. Oh, Jess, welcome in. Hey, you've seen limited edition flavored Cheerios. No, I don't. You can DM me, but I will not be able to bring them up tonight. I'm working from the remote location with the slow computer. But hey, yeah, yeah. Yep, no to the soggy sandwich. And hello, it's the great Tina, the naughty dragon. Good evening, Tina. It's been a while since I've seen you, I think. So, hey, wonderful to see you tonight. Kaiser bun, mustard, American cheese. Oh my God, this is like really the one person I thought that would support me on ketchup on something wouldn't put ketchup on it. You know, Bucky's just. I wish Bucky was here to give you a hard time just for that thing.
No, seriously.
Believe me.
Ketchup on ham with bread and cheese? That's like
No,
having
no
Batman.
cheese, no cheese, just
No,
the
oh
meat.
my God! Oh my God! You're killing me here. I mean, that's like having Batman fight Mighty Mouse in a feature film. That is just the wrong combination. No.
I don't care. Like what is now? If I want ketchup, I'd do like lettuce, tomato, a little bit of Italian dressing. It may be a provolone type cheese, but no, a basic ham sandwich. Like when I go to work tomorrow, it's going to be just the bread, meat, and ketchup packets.
Mm.
Max has asked me what kind of ketchup do I prefer. And Jess is here. Did you see that? Jess and Tina are here.
Hello, Jess. Hello, and hello, Tina. Hello.
I got to come up with the themes. Jess, the mod, and then Tina, the naughty dragon. I got to figure out a good rhythm for a Tina introduction. So, but Max Redstone is just a name, all of it to itself.
I can't sing anything. I can't sing anything to Tina. I can't sing anything to Tina. I can't sing anything to her because she's too naughty, and Bucky will kill me.
I don't think so. Bucky's not here tonight. You can do whatever you want to. So, So anyway, hey, I don't know. It's kind of cool. We have all these different theme songs for all the ladies that come in. But hey,
Max.
you're stuck. Yeah, okay. So I think probably Heinz or Hunt's. Just one of your basic ketchups. I'll eat low rent, low district ketchup if it needs to be. Now, see, Whoopa said a fried bologna sandwich. Slap some ketchup on that. Oh, come on, Brogu. Nice knowing you. Jess is talking about peach mango ketchup. What is that?
Oh, that might be a chutney, a peach mango chutney, and that's actually quite delicious.
For on the sandwich, I got you. Edge of Time says pork rinds and yogurt. If my computer locks up, you got to keep going, right? So, yes, Wes Cagle. No to ketchup unless it was a BLT. There you go. Ketchup on a BLT, my friend. There you go. That'll work. So, and I guess, Heinz, it's the most sugary. There you go, Whoopa. Max, Mighty Mouse could beat Batman if he had blank, please. Oh, my God.
That was killing me. That is a very good joke.
No,
Thank you,
Max Redstone, Hungry Boy said he likes ketchup on a hot dog. So, Whoopa Troopa does like ketchup on a hot dog. I'm with you there.
I mean, honestly, Max,
the Cheerios, the cheap Cheerios. Oh, God, peach mango Cheerios.
I did not even know that existed. But
it's
I mean, to go back to Max,
thing.
my favorite hot dog I ever had was, unfortunately, when I had to spend a week in New York, and it was
you might get to the point quicker because the way you phrase that could have been taken on so many different ways.
But it was a street vendor hot dog, and it was just the classic New York relish with the classic New York mustard, and that was perfect for me, Max. That was perfect.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, let's see. We got Brogu loves the BLT. Simple to make, and it tastes absolutely wonderful. See, I like a BLT. I'll eat it dry or maybe with the Italian dressing. So that's what I like with that. More than mayonnaise. I can deal with mayonnaise if it's very watered down or very thin. But what?
No. Max is already going to be responding to that, okay? And the other thing too,
I like mayonnaise. That's it. Well, what's wrong with like mayonnaise? It's
it's not liking mayonnaise. It's the way you said watered down or thinned down. It's like, no. You gotta like be able to scoop that up on a butter knife, hold the butter knife upside down, and the mayonnaise takes a moment to drop off the butter knife.
Otherwise... God, that's like eating cement. I got problems with that, but like Whoopa, I'm like Whoopa. Put so much damn ketchup on the hot dog, people squirm near you. So, yes, Tina, the naughty dragon. Yes, Bucky, a beaver that shills for gas station. Take him. Yes, get the beaver nuggets while you're at it. But dude, I wish you could get to this country. You've got to. You'd lose it at Buc-ee's. Tina, I presume that you've been into Buc-ee's before. Because they are now in Florida. They started in Texas. We actually had plans to hit one in Tennessee last fall, but when that trip got canceled, it's beaver. Hey, I shill for beavers all the time. I'm an Oregon State Beaver fan. What can I say?
This is no longer a PG-13 show.
When the fuck is it ever? Oh, Stuart, I gotta watch the F word. I keep hearing that they count all the F bombs against you in future reference. So
I mean, when you said beaver nuggets, I was just thinking, oh no, it's gonna be a Ron Jeremy joke.
No, it's not. They're like little cheese balls, cheese puffs, and stuff. But it's like, who doesn't like a beaver that shills for a gas station? Yes. But I will say, if you ever have go buy one, stop. Even if it's insanely crowded, we've had to wait 5 or 10 minutes for a parking spot before some of them get so crowded.
I am very envious. I honestly, ever since I heard about Buc-ee's, I've wanted to experience that, but it's not going to happen here in Australia. We only just got 2 burger barns here in the past 2 years.
Hungry, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Are you able to share pictures on your screen? On your computer?
Ask me to do that.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, Jess, I might try to use them tomorrow night then. If I can remind me tomorrow night, I will be back at home base and I will take a look at them and I will be able to bring them up on screen tomorrow night. So, Wes Cagle, the king of New Jersey, says,
Wow.
Ketchup's the only thing you put out on a hot dog. Yes. Yes, Wes Cagle, whoopa. See, we got a movement.
Well,
Unless the
I
hot
mean,
dog comes
this
with American
actually
cheese slice, then it has to be barbecue. Ooh, I did barbecue sauce.
this actually brings up something that is kind of, Australian to, and Emily will understand this, Australian
Like
versus
Foster's for
American.
beer. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh God, don't get me started on that. That we export that only. We don't drink that. The thing is that, and Max will understand this. There's a difference between a hot dog and a snag, a sausage sandwich. So you have a sausage sandwich, and that is when, yes, you have the ketchup. But with an American hot dog, and this is something Max will understand, there you can be slightly disappointed in a catsup or a ketchup or tomato sauce, but you can
Mm,
be extremely disappointed in a mustard. And I think
yeah,
Max knows exactly what I mean.
I got you. Ketchup's pretty. You can't screw up a ketchup.
Mm.
Pardon me, sir. Do you have some Grey Poupon? I do. Yeah. Well, who the hell names a damn product Poupon? Who wants to eat that?
Bad name.
Damn.
Phonetically
I
a
know,
bad name.
I know. Why the hell did they bring in the French anyway on that? But hey, Tina, I love you French people out there. So French fries, French dressing, French anyway.
I mean,
But Tina,
there is
now I
Dijonais
remember,
mustard.
yeah,
Dijonais mustard is good.
I don't
Dijonais
think
mustard
Tina,
is good.
I don't think Tina's close to where the Buckies are because Buckies are in Texas to Florida, up into Tennessee there in the South. So, but if you ever get to the States, Tina, do try to
Mm.
find a Bucky's. They have shirts for every freaking
Mm.
holiday. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
Easter, I mean, they have like a counter of like 30 feet, well, probably 450 feet of jerky, of all types of beef jerky and stuff. They have the hot barbecues, and it just you get either you love it or you won't be impressed by it. But it's truly one of those it's not just a convenience store. It's like a lower. It's like a 7-Eleven truly jacked up with steroids, or a discount Walmart, but at a higher quality than Walmart.
Perfect description. Except from what I've heard from other people, the food is better at Bucky's than the food you
Yes.
can get at Walmart.
Yes, exactly. So, but then again, I don't think so. Also, because those people in the cake and the deli people are the great people. People like Jess, that they make their stuff for you. They do good.
Mm.
Yes, we gotta support our Walmart people, especially the cakes. Have you seen all the cakes Jess has sent me before? Oh my
I've seen
goodness!
some of them. I've seen some of them, and I also love what Tina is saying here in the wilds of northern Canada. So Tina can tell the chat where you get the donuts and coffee in Canada, and that's a place I've always wanted to go to.
My hat's off to you, Tina, the Naughty Dragon, because when we were in Orlando in the winters years ago, we talked to people in like central Canada, and you hear about these negative 50-degree Fahrenheit. I'm like, how do y'all live up there? How does not everything just freeze?
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
Tim Hortons is the name I was thinking of with Canada. Tim Hortons. Oh, but
yes. Let me get back up here. Let me try to catch up here. We got 10 or 13. I got to clean the screen. Yay! Brogan said, I don't like a lot of mayo and mustard on sandwiches. Wet sandwiches are just nasty. Go get a hamburger sandwich. I tell them no mustard or mayo. Dave straight.
Fair enough.
Okay. Max says ketchup, catsup. You put it on a case of meat, we will find you. I don't care. I will do it. But Corey does miss the ketchup because too much sugar, can't have anymore. Yes, and so yes, West Cagle. We all like Beavers. Go Oregon State. So you can't hug the Beavers enough up there in Oregon. Maybe unique thing, if we have leftover pulled pork, it puts Worcestershire sauce on it. Talk about a soggy sandwich, LOL, but he loves it. Okay. I missed what we said, the kind of no boy from Emily Gangadi. Okay, Brogu says with hot dogs, only put mustard, chili, and cheese. Now, I like a good chili. I like a good chili dog. So, Brogu says ketchup on a hot dog is for kids. I am eternally a kid. So, what do you mean? We'll fight. That's why my stupid ass stays up so late every night, because I refuse to age. And then it catches up on me, and then I collapse. So, yes, that's a great mustard to poop on. Exactly.
That's actually an in joke. Do you get that in joke, Dadman?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
Triumph
Emily
the
says hello to
insult
everybody.
comedy dog. Triumph the insult comedy dog. Great comedy, no longer found on television
Mhm.
because of the times we live in.
Yeah. Now, Burger says there's a Bucky's 10 minutes away. They have a fantastic car wash. I have not seen a car wash at ours. So,
Oh,
anyway, but
wow.
yeah. Yeah. Again, the wilds of northern Canada. You know, we got so many dang great Canadians up there that we love.
Hmm.
Comic Relief Crusader, but Stunning and Brave Megatron and Rambling Canuck and his wonderful karaoke on Saturday
And
night.
a person you had as a guest,
Ah,
R.M.
R.M.
Briggs.
Briggs. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, yep. Yep. West Cagle, French everything. There are some good things. It takes me back to the good old movie Better Off Dead, with the French foreign student and we're like, French
Mm.
fries, French dressing. I love that movie. Did you ever see that one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute then. Let's talk about it. So
Well, I
Tina
mean,
said
I'll be honest. I watched it because I
Robin's
like the
Donut.
cast. Yes.
I know. Yeah,
I want to try Robin's Donuts. We
is
can't
that
get
the
a good
famous
donut in Australia. God damn it. Pisses me off. I
Robin's
mean,
Donuts? Is that like a famous chain or something? Or
it's rated pretty highly among donut fans. It is, honestly. And I mean, I'm never going to get to try them. But,
yeah. Oh my God, Max Redstone. God, I love it. To the tune. The Armor hot dog jingle. You know where that's from? What movie?
uh, actually, the Armor hot dog jingle
Yeah.
goes back to
No,
television
no, no.
ads in
But
the
but you know,
1970s.
but you know what movie that
No, I
foretold
don't.
2020?
No.
Demolition Man. Armor hot dogs.
Oh,
Jerky.
right,
Human
right,
jerky.
right,
What
right.
kind of kids eat human
I
jerky? Yeah.
forgot that, and honestly, I do like that movie. I unabashedly, non-ironically do like that movie because it was
Yes.
foretelling the future, and I saw it in the
Yes.
theater when it came out. So yes,
You said theater. Yes.
damn it,
Yes. Thank you. Just need Lisa here to hear that I'm right in the misses. So
you're
I want my
infecting me.
$2. Yes. Hell, you're right. Yeah. So
I'm gonna be
okay.
saying I'm gonna be saying tomato in a little while, thanks to
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
vehicle.
Yes. Exactly. We Americans do it right. America. Hey, but wait a second. I've got a couple of these coming up. But JP RPH1, welcome tonight. Good to
Hello,
see you.
hello.
He's like, hello, I don't mean to lurk. I'm watching the stream up on my TV. You know what? People have done that with our streams. I've heard
Hmm.
several times where people put it on the TV. Thank y'all. I mean, thank y'all so much, and especially you get the full effect. We have a natural casing Smith hot dogs locally, so I have always loved them. Bun, chili, cheese, and onions cut as thin as possible. That's a dog I'd try. I would
Oh, me
try.
too.
I would try that. I've never had onions on a dog, but but that
Oh, they're
combination,
good. They're good. Yeah.
I would. So, and Brogu loves Demolition Man. Whoopa says Old Town Donuts, a place in Florissant, Missouri, by far a favorite donut place. All right, cool. A lot of those good, see, our best donut shops around here are small mom and pop places.
Yeah.
Occasionally Dunkin' will get it right. Krispy Kreme is what it is. So, oh, look, Brogu too. Brogu too. Wes, I'm watching stream on big TV and writing my comments on my phone. I do that too many, many times. So,
I'm not clever enough to do that.
look at this, though. Whoopa, poor Whoopa gives a bright spot. It's gone a little downhill. Hello. Last time I went there, cops were there because some rotten kids were trying to casing it to rob. Oh my
No, that's
God.
sad. That's sad.
Oh my gosh, red onions there. So it's so
Yeah, I
great to
agree.
have
Red
JP.
onions.
And like
Red
I said,
onions.
welcome again, JPRPH. Good to see you there. We'll get back to this. I want my $2 in a second. We will get back to that one. I do want to throw it to Brogu's here. This is your time, Hungry. What are some great fast food places in Australia? Outback Steakhouse?
Don't start me. Honestly, the thing is, most of the fast food places in Australia are franchises from America. So the best fast food you're going to get are from the little ma and pop places or places that only have, say, 2 outlets. And so they're very local and they have very specific regional names. So we honestly don't have a lot of brands here. We don't have fast food brands here because you have to remember, Brogues, we have 2/3 of the geographical size of the United States. We have less than 1/10 of the population, so we can't do the franchise thing the way America does. We don't have the capacity, but we have a lot of great places. But you have to go town to town, city to city to find them.
Mm.
I'm sorry to be
Yeah,
boring
no,
and
no,
pedantic
no,
with
no.
that.
That's fine. Be boring and whatever the podiatrist, whatever it is. It's okay. Whatever you want to call it, that's fine with me. But hey, Jess shared some of those pictures. I will tell you, they'll be interesting. I'll try to bring them up tomorrow night. They got fruity Cheerios, almost just like Frosted Flakes, but Cheerios. Imagine the shock your kids get that. You try to go. It's like I think the fruity Cheerios would be like getting a big glass of tea, all excited, and realizing when you take a sip, it's unsweet, not sweet. Got cinnamon toast crunch waffle, which are little things shaped like waffles. The peach mango Cheerios, and then Teen Cheerios. Hey, it's the French national. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's frosted berry, but it looks like it's the French national with the French flag on it, the red, white, and blue stripes. So, but hey, all right. Let's see. Yeah. So you don't. So what I've seen on some. Wade, we'll do it sometime. We'll do it sometime when we get ahead. I just Hungry and I are kind of catching up tonight. But hey, welcome in, Wade. Good to see you tonight. Good to see you. And hey, keep you working out there, buddy. You do a great job out there. And like tonight, I've not heard from Hungry since Friday night.
Yeah.
It has been a kind of a few days, and we're kind of old school winging it a little bit tonight. Tomorrow night we're going to have more people. Yeah.
I've had 1 day of sun since Friday. 1 day of sun. It has been soggy and wet and nasty here, and that honestly affects my internet. So sometimes I can't actually log on to anything. And
you're so funny.
Awful. Yeah. But and then yes, actually, Brogues, this is a good point.
Brogues.
Hey, look, if you don't get a nickname from an Australian, that means they don't respect you that much.
You got to get the missus. I mean, you got to come up with I guess you did give the missus a nickname the other night. It was a little long one. But let me see. Let me catch up with the chat where you finished that. So, hey, Whoopa just found out that Australia is wider than the moon.
It used to be. That's a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But
look at Tina. Tina, if we make a run to Winnipeg, and if I ever say Winnipeg, please don't take offense at it. It's just kind of what's become a running thing for me down here. But we make a run to Winnipeg. That is a place called Double D's Cheesecake. Makes homemade style cheesecakes. That is so awesome.
If you eat enough cheesecakes, you might end up with Double D's. The ladies will get that joke.
Yeah.
And honestly, I love cheesecake. I love the classic style cheesecake. I've actually had some amazing cheesecake in New York, but that was imported from Philadelphia.
I gotta get it back here. Whoopa is spot on. What is the emu's favorite fast food joint? Hungry?
It'll be whichever one does not serve eggs.
God.
It ain't going to be Denny's.
Brogan said, I realize Australia doesn't have the amount of people that we have in America. A land of your landmass is Outback, if I'm not mistaken.
It's worse than Outback, because Outback can include trees. 80% of our interior, 80% of our continent is unlivable desert. Unlivable, because what most people don't know is we used to be a ring continent, and what a ring continent means is you had an internal ocean, an internal sea, and then because of various reasons millions of years ago it dried up, and that means you've basically got a seabed for 80% of Australia, and that is why 90% of us live around the ring, the coastal areas of Australia, because honestly, only the deadliest of creatures can live in the middle of Australia. And it gets up to over 142 Fahrenheit. in the interior.
Well, I'm going to star some. I want to come back to something Brogu is asking, because with you and your knowledge, I think it's very applicable. But I want to stay on the food for a minute. About West
Okay.
Cagle loves the cheesecake and loves double D's. I love double D's, but hey,
Tina, nice
yes,
one, darling. Nice one. Sometimes genetics are your friend, right, Tina?
and a very naughty spirit.
Nice one. Oh, Tina, you are such a welcome addition to this show.
Exactly. Imagine if we could ever get some people on a stream. Sometimes it'd be very riotous. But it's also, guys. I tell you what, you guys out in the chat, you guys rock. You guys tonight. I mean, we've only been 40 minutes, but out of nowhere, y'all joined all of a sudden. We're on fire. This is completely a random impromptu stream, and you guys have already made my day and night. You guys rock out there, and it's really, really cool. And Tina, love it there. So that also then got me back to it. I'm sometimes a little slow, but I'll get it eventually. So, hey, Whoopa has a joke. Okay, Whoopa, what's your joke? By the way, Jess, yeah, that probably is right away for the U.S., but France came to mind. I don't know, Les Miserables or something. So let me see. All right. So, man, we don't have stuff for working with Jess. All right. So let me do this then. So summer flavor relays. I'm going to pull that. Let's do the joke.
He started it.
Max said cheesecake's primary function is to smash faces. I agree. I'm not really a cheesecake fan, but the family
I could never
loves the
waste a cheesecake like that. A banana cream pie, a la the Three Stooges. Yes, Max, but never a cheesecake. I couldn't do that. Couldn't do it.
I still the best cheesecake I had that I liked was a Bananas Foster at Longhorn Steakhouse. They had years ago, so that's cool. Okay, so Whoopa asked, and Grogu, I'm going to get back to your point question in a minute. Why did the mermaid wear seashells? Oh, Tina! Wow. Hey, look, Tina, if you got it,
Whoopa.
Tina, if you got it, flaunt it. Genetics is right. My mother was a bikini model and a lingerie. Woo! Hello.
Nice one, Tina. Nice one.
Nice. Well, your avatar, I would not be surprised if you take after mom. All right, and let's see. Oh God, Brogu, golly. But she grew out of her bee shells.
That's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Exactly. So why do you even have a factory? Why do you even have a factory?
Right.
A factory for cheesecake?
Cheesecake Factory. Good joke, Max.
There we go.
Nice
All
one.
right.
Well, the sad thing is, yes. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just wide awake now. You guys have woke me up. I had nap. I was with Grandma Man walking tonight. We fed her, ate some of the birthday cake I made her the other day, and we both took a nap. So I'm like wired. And now after all this genetics talk in the chat and double D's and cheesecakes, it's like I'm awake now, hungry. How about you?
Oh yeah, I am very alert and I'm slightly feisty.
I'm at attention. Yes. So anyway. Yeah, don't know that makes sense.
That's really funny, Brogues. That's really funny because I had that in a note to bring up tonight if Dadman wanted to.
Yes, because I do not know about it. I just saw a little bit of mockery of it on. I don't know. I don't know what the significance of it is.
The opinion is mixed.
I will turn it over to you. You got to lead this because I don't really know. All I know is Superman. I could not tell a difference other than he was sitting down putting boots on. But
okay, I will get back to you in a moment. I have to grab something, and I'll be right back, and then I'll go into it.
He's grabbing something. Please don't tell us what you're grabbing. We didn't need to know that. So, Whoopa said, lemon meringue is also good as long as they don't go too crazy with the meringue. Dude, wait, I love the meringue. The meringue's the white part, the best part. Oh, boy. Now, I wonder if you like key lime pie. That's also one that a lot of people in Florida like and everywhere it's the key lime, the good old green pie. But hey, of course now where's lemon pie? God boy. So Hungry muted himself. So, folks, thank y'all for being here tonight. 11 y'all still watching. Feel free to share the stream out. Hit that like button. Just sit back. Let's see where this all goes. We use the force and salsa fresca. All right. Wow. The latest. That reminds me of the story last year when we were out on the road up in Colorado and stuff. We found ketchup, Doritos. We found certain other type of Lay's chips that were flavored. And the missus got to flag down a truck driver next to her. She no, she didn't show herself. She showed the bag of chips, and he blew the horn at her. So they will pay. They will pay attention to you. So with whatever you do, Buddy Hepburn. Hey, buddy, welcome. New York cheesecake with strawberry compote and sauce is the bomb. Good to see you, Buddy Hepburn. Always
hey,
good to see you.
Hello.
Lupa said key lime is good also.
Oh, love key lime pie.
Now let me. Okay, so I agree with. I've not many pies I don't like. Anything chocolate. All right, now we're going to go.
What? You don't like chocolate? You don't like chocolate pie?
No, I love chocolate. I mean,
okay.
I meant to say anything chocolate.
Right.
All right, especially French silk. So, okay, now we got comments about this. We're going to shift into it a little bit, and Hungry's going to have to take over because I don't know about a lot about this stuff because I just know what Superman kind of looks like. I could not tell a difference, but then again, I did not look at it close. So Tina said the best cheesecake she tried was a specially one strawberry rhubarb cheesecake. Ooh, that sounds different.
I am envious. I would have loved to have that. Ooh, rhubarb and strawberry on cheesecake. Yeah. Yeah, gimme.
You're worked up on that one.
Oh, I am.
I was busy still stuck on double D's, but you got the dessert, so that's okay. Buddy only likes apple pie. Whoopa likes the peanut butter chocolate pie.
I've tried that. That's good. Yes.
Lemonade pie. Wow. Okay. I've never heard lemonade pie. Now that's interesting. All right. So we will get back to pies. We love all kinds of pies around here.
Oh, that's an evergreen topic. We can always get back to pie.
Oh, we love pie everywhere. I love cherry pie and a lot more pie that you got out there. But hey,
and cake. Oh
God. Pies. There's a reason I'm saying pies though, Hungry. But hey,
I know.
I
know. I know. It's not PG-13 anymore. I know.
that you're snorting now. That's awesome. Yeah, yummy pies, exactly. So the Baja Blast pie, that would be interesting. Whoopi, you got to try that. So, and
what is that?
It's a Mountain Dew drink. It's a variant of Mountain Dews.
Oh, okay.
It's a blue type. It's generally blue, but now they're coming out with other kind of flavors. I think it's supposed to be extra jacked up on stuff. So, yeah, Brogu's, you're right. See, Brogu's forgotten his question we're trying to get to. Double D's, pie, cake, I'm in heaven. All right. Now, for all you because I know Buddy actually had commented about it was kind of meh, mix and match soup. So, okay, tell us what the big deal is about the soup tell us about it, Hungry. What is the big deal about it?
Okay, so we do have some comic book people in the chat. Max is one of them. And so you have the people's reaction who have never read the comic books versus the people who have read the comic books and versus people who've read a little bit of the comic books, seen some of the movies versus people who have seen all the movies and all the TV shows but never read the comic books. So you got 4 different opinions going on here, right? And there is an incredible difference between all of the Superman outfits. All of it. And Buddy's a comic book person. He's nailing it. I should rephrase that. He is hitting the nail on the head with it being the new 52 suit. So the thing is that yeah, right on, Tina.
Yeah.
But there are some things that I take issue with the suit, and I don't like dingy colors in a Superman suit, and they're brighter, but they're still a bit dingy. I don't like suits that are trying to modernize too much because the people designing the suits have never read the comic books. They've only played video games, so they're trying to make it more video game than comic book. This suit seems to be halfway in the middle, but the situation is that a lot of people are complaining about the collar, and believe it or not, a lot of people have, including a guest on one of the bigger channels that you have spoken to, but I'm not going to mention the name, said that it's a communist collar. Well, no, it's not. That is just, I'll just be honest, the guy's not read a lot of comic books. He doesn't know the history of Jim Lee, who is now the head, like, artistic director and designer and co-publisher of DC comic books. The guy was doing those colors back in 1989 when he was only working in comic books. And then he was doing them again when he left Marvel and he helped form Image comic books. He was doing the colors then. He went back to mainstream comic books. He was doing the colors then. It's basically a Nehru collar. It's not a communist collar. It's a high collar. This goes back to the 1960s. You actually saw people like John Lennon and the Beatles in 1966 wearing this kind of collar and a jacket. And it's just something that is a visual affectation that Jim Lee likes. He put it on Superman years ago, on many comic book characters years ago, and I'll tell you the reason for it. It's actually a comic book, it's insider baseball. There are people that don't like to draw necks because necks can be difficult. You cover up the neck with a high collar, you don't have to draw the damn neck. Problem solved. And then it becomes a tradition in the uniform that is drawn. So having the current Superman having the semi high neck collar, the Nehru jacket neck collar, it's not a communist thing. It's a Jim Lee thing. And he has put a lot of those. It's like when you have Rob Liefeld putting pockets on everybody and putting big boots on everyone because the guy can't draw feet, so he's going to cover up the feet. You know, it's just a little trick that we do. If you're very incompetent at doing something, you figure out a way to cover it up. And that's part of where this costume is coming from. The shoulders I can't talk about. People are complaining about the shoulders because they look a little bit loose and baggy, and there's a little bit too much trim stuff going on around it. But that is because, honestly, the studios, and they've been saying this ever since the first X-Men movies, they're saying people will not react properly to a classically accurate comic book uniform. They're expecting things that they see in the video games. And that is a lot of what it has to do with why we are seeing this uniform. But honestly, I'd say, and I hope Max is not going to have a problem with me, I like it a lot better than the Man of Steel uniform.
Now, when Tina says this, that my Superman is a big blue Boy Scout Superman, is that the Christopher Reeve costume?
I would say yes. I would also say to a certain extent it is the Lois and Clark uniform to a certain extent. But yes, the big blue Scout has, number one, the red trunks, okay, which we are missing in most of Superman. Number two, the yellow is bright. It's not dingy. It's not a dingy mustard yellow. The red is bright.
Back to mustard again.
Yeah, and it's basically the uniform. Mustard. The uniform is basically serving as a flag for the psychology of a character, the way the flag would serve as the psychology of a nation that has a flag. So the brighter the flag, the brighter the personality, the happier the personality.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tina said, "Say yeah, Christopher Reeve." They're just some classic, iconic. See, that's why I like the Adam West Batman. It doesn't have to be all this dark, gloomy, all this over buffed like steroid type thing. It just give me the simple things like that.
Or nipples on the costume.
No,
Thank
that's
you,
true.
Batman and Robin. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't mind the director of that film because he also
yeah,
did Falling Down with Michael Douglas, which is
right,
a favorite movie of mine. But you know, he went a bit batshit crazy, pun
right,
intended,
yeah.
with his Batman movies, and he also helped create the worst version of Two Face that ever existed.
So you didn't like Tommy Lee Jones?
I like
Jeez.
Tommy Lee Jones, but that was not Two Face, dude. That was not
All
Two
right.
Face at all. No.
That sounds like a lot of people we know. But hey, Brogu says Man of Steel Superman outfit was much better in his opinion. Looks so cool, Chris Henry Cavill. So what is the? I don't remember what the Man of Steel Superman. How is Superman Man of Steel different than
The
the
current
Boy
one?
Scout? Than the Boy Scout or the new one that they just added?
Oh, those three are very different. So the Boy Scout one is very comic book accurate, but also, you know, a little bit real life.
Whoopa.
Yeah. Ah, whoopa.
All
Oh,
right,
that
sorry.
hurts
Go
me.
ahead. Let me let you finish
Mm,
the thought. So.
mm. With the Christopher Reeves one, it is the most comic book accurate one we've had so far, aside from the television series in the 50s and also the animated Fleischer cartoon that came way back, but before the first live action Superman. And then you have the Man of Steel, and that's just going with Zack Snyder's predilections. And it also looked, I'll be honest, it looked scaly. It looked like he was wearing fish skin. And no, I don't like fish skin on my heroes unless they're Aquaman. If it's Aquaman, yeah, fish skin. You know, if it's Namor the Submariner, yeah, a little bit of fish skin, even though Namor is mainly naked. But you know, they're aquatic characters. It works. But with this current one, it's a little better than Man of Steel, but it's still not as good as the Christopher Reeves version, which is the most accurate version. And I do like the fact that the boots are okay, but I mean this is really a Jim Lee costume. It's not really a new costume design. They're basically translating the change in the costume that Jim Lee made when he became a head honcho at DC Comic Books, and just trying to run with that. And I understand why they're doing that because if they're trying to get the new audience, they're going to be looking at people under the age of 25, right? And most people under the age of 25 are not going to know the old Superman costume. They're going to know the Jim Lee costume.
Well, let me say hello real quick as we break into this. Feel free to share your opinion, like a lot of people are saying here. But hello to, let me see if I get the name right, Vayton Boss. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. First time I've seen you here. Appreciate you being
Hello.
here. Sit back, relax, have some fun with us tonight. So we're all over the place. We're now talking I have no clue about Superman costumes and stuff like that, but Hungry does. A lot of great people in the chat do. And we actually started off talking about sandwiches. What do you catch up on them on ham sandwiches? Not what you eat on your sandwich. So we've been all over the place already on our squirrel stream. So comes up comes out, and we bounce from place to place like we do. So sit back, relax. Appreciate you being here. And it reminds me also to run the banner, like I said. Here is thank y'all for your support. We are actually back to 627 subscribes. So make sure you're still subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you subscribe. And join us for silly stuff like this or times like I played with the missus in Fortnite. So just let's have some fun. Make sure you hit that like button
And
tonight. We
also,
appreciate the support. So yes, Hungry,
also
go ahead.
as we maintain, we are not an echo chamber. So like Tina and I might agree about the costumes, Brogues and I might disagree about the costumes, but I only want to hear people's honest opinions about topics like this, and also
Exactly.
topics about food and everything. So
See,
you know,
we got
yeah.
people like Whoopa out here that said this thing, oh, you need more nipples on costumes.
Mm.
I mean, that's how it was said. Oh gosh, Whoopa said, I just saw that. With that joke, I must go. My NyQuil waits. Well, rest
Oh,
well, Whoopa.
Whoopa. Okay.
Hope you feel better. And now Tina actually brought up the good old black and white George Reeves Adventures
Well,
of
that was
Superman
also in
costume.
color. That was also in color.
It was also color. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, Tina, I agree with you entirely. My problem with the Superman television series from the 50s was not the costume or the visual portrayal. It's just the fact that because of budget, we didn't get any real supervillains. And, you know, Superman had some really good supervillains going on.
And Brogan said the Man of Steel outfit was very dark, but looking at him, outfit was very intimidating. You knew not to mess with the person. Older style suits made Superman look a little soft. Well,
Okay,
yeah, that's
and
different.
that is the non-echo chamber thing, right?
Okay.
But see, Brogues, the thing is, Superman does not need to be visually intimidating because all he has to do is crush a iron 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot safe in his hands, smile at you in a gentle way, and go, "Do you really want to go there?" That's all you have to do. You know?
Let's welcome in Putin's cat. Hello,
Hey,
Putin's cat. Welcome back. Good to see you tonight. Buddy Hepburn does say, though, that the Man of Steel doesn't need padded body armor.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, the actor needs to be a bit buff.
Is that what's coming in the new Superman costume? Is like padded body armor?
I don't know if that's my opinion, but that is what some people are saying. And that doesn't mean it's my opinion. I think the actor has buffed up a lot for this role. And the initial things we're seeing may not be what we see in the movie. Because, I mean, look, face it. Dude, we're both over half a century old, okay? We have seen trailers where things happen in the trailers that don't happen in the movie.
Well, the last Ghostbusters movie had stuff that was in the trailers, not in the movie. So,
right on.
It's like different things. So
we talked about that.
Yeah, I know. Brogan said looks kind of matter. I mean, you want Superman to look tough, just like you want your military wear to look tough. You wouldn't send soldiers out there in something pink and frilly. But yeah, you wouldn't do that necessarily. I agree with that, but still, I don't think Superman has to be like that physically intimidating or looking, or like Batman. I mean, I still love Adam West and as that goofy, the cartoony type of Batman, but he still was tough. He still, But hey, that's all cool.
And I would like to agree with you and agree with Brogu and just say, we can have all our different opinions. The thing is that Superman is not a military character. He actually is. He is. I hate to say this. He is not appointed by the public. He's appointed by his adopted family. He is appointed by his Kent family, saying you have to look at what you have and use it for the greater good. And it's a very personal character. He's choosing to do this no matter how people look at him and or how they respond to him. So you look at things like what people call the spit curl, which is actually not a spit curl. It's actually a dab curl. A little bit of hair grease, which is what was going on in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s when Superman was created. And see, that is looked at as very femme right now. But in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, it was not considered femme. You had a little. Look at a lot of your 60s. Look at a lot of your 60s men haircuts. The guys with the leather jackets usually had that curl in the front of their head and stuff like that. Yeah,
so,
including in biker movies. Movies.
Yeah, they pull out the comb. And Tina said that he loves Superman, but admits over the years the comments have made him ridiculously overpowered.
Oh, yes.
So, now, if I'm saying this, Veitenboss, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's kind of hard to imagine anyone else than Cavill playing Superman in modern DC. Plus, they need to work on the visuals a lot, especially if you saw the Flash movie. Oh dear God, the visuals of that.
Well, I understand where Veitenboss is coming from, but we also have to remember that you can have somebody who is completely unknown as an actor and be perfect for it. No one knew who Gillian Anderson was or David Duchovny was before they did X-Files.
Nobody knew who Harrison Ford was before he became Han Solo. Then he apparently hated the character. So
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm
So
sorry, that
I'm not
still sits
disagreeing
wrong
with
with me,
people.
but yeah,
I'm just bringing
yeah.
up counterpoints to
But the,
consider. I'm not
but the
disagreeing.
point is, I think in modern actors is like he's such a fan favorite. Dude, his abs are like. I mean, I can't even argue with abs. I saw him one time, and I'm like, okay, I got the reason why the ladies are excited.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I could see he had that look. He had that like that all American look, even though he's British. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, it just. I kind of agree with this. Is like he was so good at the look of it
Hmm.
without even saying anything that you default to him as you know. And I think
Well,
you
I mean,
can view it. It does take a change. It will be, the next time we see
hmm.
somebody playing Superman that's not him. It will be hard for a lot of people.
I honestly, I would prefer Henry Cavill to be playing Superman in this upcoming movie, but I'm not having a problem with the guy that they chose. I would prefer Cavill, and he did. I will agree with what all the bigger channels have been saying. He never got his proper shot because Warner did not allow a proper Superman script to go through. They didn't, and I'm sure Tina knows exactly what I'm talking about. The
All
script
right.
was
Well,
not right.
Max is headed out for the night. Good
Good
night,
night,
Max.
Max.
Good to
Sweet
see you.
dreams,
Thanks for
Max.
coming by and hanging out. So now Brogu's got another question.
Okay.
Let me ask you guys a question. Would you still love Superman if he was very skinny but still strong? People want the Superman to have a certain look with muscles and strength. Looks matter.
It depends on the script, Brogues. It depends on the script. If the script was right and they could pull that off, yes, I would. If the script is like Gilmore Girls with a superhero costume, no, nope, nope. And you can't have someone who is skinny and be incredibly intimidating. And I think you might have seen this movie, Brogu, Brightburn, which was created by the brother of James Gunn. And that was a horror sci-fi film, which is basically a very negative take on the Superman mythos. And I thought it was a great movie. It was hard for many people to take because there were very, very graphic visual horror elements in it. But, that guy was a little skinny wuss and he was terrifying. And therefore, if somebody can be a little skinny wuss and terrifying, that means they can be a little skinny wuss and also be a fantastic hero if the script backs them up on that. And I hope that's a decent answer to your question, Brooks. If not, I apologize.
Yep. Let's see. The Buddy Hepburn sent me a picture of it, so it's really it was interesting to see
Mm.
that that's a new one. So I
I
don't
don't
know.
like the boots. I'll be honest, I don't
No,
like the boots.
no. Yep. See, Cavill still going to play Superman. Afraid the
I
new guy's
agree.
going to look like a CW show. Well, you never know.
CW.
Yeah. Hey, but still, Henry Cavill. I will tell you, Tina. I mean, I don't remember what movie it was in, but it might have been one of the super ones when it showed his abs.
Mm.
I had to salute. I'm like, look.
Well,
I was like,
he
no,
was in the
no. I
movie
mean,
remake of The
yeah,
Man from Uncle, and he
yeah,
played Napoleon
no,
Solo, and
yeah,
yeah, he was great in
but
that.
his no, his friggin' physicality, damn
Mm,
abs. Those abs even made me.
mm,
They were impressive. I had to applaud them. So.
mm.
I'd only heard about them, but I'm damn seeing them. It's really interesting because it does give you a thing.
Well, I
But
mean,
he said,
Cavill actually said he was a
yeah.
scrawny little weed. Those were
Well,
his
see,
words before he worked out and he changed
right,
his own body.
yeah. Buddy, like I said, fit and muscular is perfect, but the suit should highlight that. He doesn't have to be Jack Reacher with all those
Good
big ass
point,
muscles.
buddy.
Well, wait, which Jack Reacher? Tom Cruise, the little 5'3" guy that can beat up 10 feet people. I'm sorry, the Jack Reacher movies. Hungry. I
Oh
like.
yeah.
Now, not the guy that was in the TV shows, though. Brogan loves having conversations with people. We love having conversations with you, too. So,
Thanks,
um,
Brogues. Thank you.
oh, man. Ooh, I see uh, uh, they're mostly very good.
Yes,
So,
yes, and that show copped a little bit of flack because of the casting. But
yeah.
I loved the casting. I honestly I watched probably at least 60 episodes of that show, buddy. Because it was catch as catch can in Australia. But it was a very well written show. It had humor, it had romance. So does the Superman comic book. It had action. So does the Superman comic book. I think it was probably, in a way, and I'll get in trouble for this, the most accurate Superman we've had,
Wow.
aside from comic books.
No, Buddy Hepburn's like Tom Cruise. Judge me by my size, do you? So see, Hungry's more of our legacy guy, and a lot of these people in the chat know more than I do. So, but I put a comment in the private chat. I just wanted you
Hold
to.
on, I'm answering. Keep going.
Yeah. So there's, and I know a lot of people had this speculation about Cavill would have made a great James Bond. I agree. I think you said he's great in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So I think I just saw him in that Ungentlemanly Warfare movie. This recent, I thought he was fabulous in that. Just was brilliant, and it was I think a really, really good movie. If you want to see something kind of fun and hokey, do watch it. It had a lot of brutality, a lot of death and stuff. It was very, very interesting to see. So.
Hold on. Sorry, I was distracted while I was typing. My brain, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
No, I can't either.
Were you talking about the Man of Steel movie just then?
No, I'm okay. No. No. Which one are you talking about?
Hold on, I just got to read Brogue's comment. I think Henry Cavill would have made a great James Bond. Agreed. I think whoever made the decision not to give it to Henry Cavill made a mistake. Agreed. He was great in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. 100 times agreed. 100 times agreed.
Yeah, it's the one ahead of it. So.
Smallville. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. No, did not like Smallville. No.
Well, what about this one? What about this one? This is the one here that I was trying to see, because I don't know a lot of the lore and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to. There.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Did that happen? I was like,
don't want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, I just had never heard of that, so it's news to me. But Agent Atwood's here. Hello, Atwood.
Hey, Atwood.
Good to see you tonight. So hey, but good to see you. So obviously that one brings back bad memories. So then we got the Smallwood talk. Yeah. See, I didn't know about this. See, a lot about the comics I don't know, so I rely on Hungry and other people.
There has been a lot of, and you Star Wars people have had to suffer this as well. Deconstructionist content. You know what I mean by that? Where we have to and that has happened a lot with Superman as well. And there have been a lot of things in comic books with Superman that I am not going to go into, and it makes Clobby grind his teeth.
Yeah. So, you know what grinds my teeth? I imagine this side of this one too. Tina says I would practically tower over Tom Cruise, even with that.
Nice one, Tina.
Oh yeah, but Berger defends Tom by saying, "Yeah, Tom, people judge me by my size, and they're making a big mistake doing that." Now, Buddy is saying I think Tyler's suit was really good, except they made him too wide with the padded muscles. It negatively made him look shorter, even though he's 6 foot tall.
That is actually a very good point, because it's generally accepted that Clark Kent, when you're looking at Superman not being Superman, Clark Kent, Kal-El being Clark Kent, he's generally around 6'2". And 6'2" is taller than people realize. Now, a lot of people say he's like 6'8". I think that's actually a bit tall, because if you ever compare somebody who is 5'10" to 6'8", they look like a giant. They look seriously like a giant.
Even to somebody like me at 5'7", 5'8", 5'8", 5'10" looks like a giant to me. But hey, so Injustice is Atwood's favorite. So, you don't like Smallville?
I like. Okay, Atwood, you and I get into specifics, and that's why we have good conversations. The thing is, with Smallville, I do appreciate the script writing. I just don't think it is a Superman script at all. That's all.
Yeah. It's like it got a bunch of all the characters in there, right? As younger people, right? As high schoolers.
you've got some of the characters as younger people, then you have other people who have the name of the characters who are not accurate
Yes.
at all.
Well, this salute to you, Tina. I look up to you. It's just
Right
a
on,
shade over
Tina.
6 foot. Wow, I am a dwarf. Yes, I'm Tom Cruise considered that. Yes.
Look, I am taller than Dadman, but I've had no problem dating a chick who was 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1",
Hey,
and I'm
don't
talking
get-
barefoot.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Anyway, I'm happy
No,
with the misses. So, but
No.
in my younger days when I was single, I wouldn't have let height stop me. So, hey, like
No, but I mean,
from
honestly-
DJ Play Nice. Good to
I
see
mean,
you,
honestly,
DJ
Tina,
tonight.
slow dancing with a tall chick is a wonderful experience. That is a wonderful experience. And it is just, and the other thing too is
Wait.
you never have to worry about them saying, you never pick me up and swing me through the air. You never have to worry about them saying that.
No, if you're lucky, it's like in the Get Smart movie where the big chick takes you and throws you around and puts you up in the air. So
I got no problem with that.
yep, I don't either.
Snoo.
Snoo. Yep. Hey, I'm talking as in my single days, which many years ago, because and the missus actually is technically slightly taller than me. You know, I mean, we're about the same size, but still, she's I think technically taller. So, Buddy said that Superman never flew or wore the suit in Smallville.
Except, yes, that's true, except for the very, very end of the very last episode, Buddy, in which we did see him in the suit, and it looked terrible.
Why did they do that? Was to finally show him as becoming Superman as we know it?
No, that's because there was an attitude in Hollywood and also at the beginning of the CW of no suits, no capes, because the people making it did not like that stuff. They thought it was silly, and they thought that if we can do a good television series and we do not have to kowtow to the comic book fans. And that, no, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
It's just like when Spielberg was the producer for the television version of Doctor Who back in the 90s, he said, "Oh, we don't need to have monsters." No, dude, Doctor Who is all about the monsters. You were wrong. I don't care how big you are in Hollywood. You do not understand this television show at all. If you're going to do Doctor Who, you got to have monsters. You're not going to have a guy from Runaway Train who has only played macho male roles playing the master and no monsters. That is just so wrong. That is ridiculous. That's like having Danny DeVito play Lex Luthor in Superman.
That's too funny.
Can you imagine that? I mean, if you shaved Danny DeVito bald, okay, some people say he did a good Penguin. They say he did a good Penguin in the second Batman movie.
Are you saying shaved Danny DeVito?
Yeah, shave him, like make him bald, like Lex Luthor.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, never mind. I don't know where my head went with that one. Sorry.
No, I just imagined something.
I didn't think you had any hair to shave off, but then again, that's So all right, so
and honestly, I don't like the Danny DeVito. I love Danny DeVito, but I don't like his Penguin, and that's not his fault. That's Tim Burton's fault. You know how I feel about
I'll tell
Tim
you
Burton.
what I like I still think Danny DeVito pulled off a decent Penguin because he had confidence. It was very disgusting though, but no, that because confidence is
comic books. Dude.
I know, but still, confidence is anything. You can sell it as an actor if you haven't do a confidence, kind of like Tina is. Tina's wonderful and confident. So hey, there you go.
No problem.
No problem.
Tina.
Now you have confidence and stuff. So now Atwood says the guy they played Luthor in Smallville is great. Definitely better than Jesse Eisenberg. Why was Jesse Eisenberg so bad with Lex Luthor?
Because he wasn't Lex Luthor at all. And again, look, I think Atwood would agree with this. I think that was the directing. I don't think that was the actor. I think if you gave Jesse Eisenberg a chance to play a real Lex Luthor, he could have done it. But they just basically told him, do the crap that you've been doing for the past 3 years.
Yeah,
do what you've been doing.
No, but Buddy says he's bad in most everything. Hey, you ready? We spent a long time on this, but you ready to jump to another tree or go after another nut?
If you and the chat are okay with that, I'm okay
Well,
with
let's
that.
do
That's
it.
fine.
Well, I guess the thing is, if I like it, that's the main thing. But I will say this: let's bring in some Doctor Who with us because let's transition a little
Tina,
bit to
nice.
right here because I like learning more about Doctor Who and stuff.
Mm.
But what I love is like a memory like Tina shares right here. It's about those moments like with her father introduced her to classic Doctor Who because the missus
Mm.
always talks about Tom Baker's Doctor Who. I remember
Yes.
growing up seeing him with the guy with the scarf and that woolly hair and the hat.
Yes.
That's like really, the iconic look. What makes a great. I know we're going to inevitably be hearing about the last two Doctors, and I'm not trying to not focus on the last two Doctors. Even Capaldi.
Oh, you're talking about new Doctor Who. I was talking about the three Doctors before Tom Baker.
No. I'm going to talk. Okay, classic. Let's go to classic and stuff like that then, because I just don't want to get sidetracked by comments about the last.
I'm not going to talk about New Who. I'm not going to talk about New Who
because these two are like it just when one gets bad, the other says "Hold my beer" and doubles down. But the classic Doctor Who and stuff like that. But because even then I thought like Matt Smith was not bad. I thought. What's his name? The Weeping Angel one.
There's first off, I'll tell you how New Who progresses.
No, the guy that came back. The guy that came back for this last season.
That's David Tennant.
Tennant.
Scottish actor.
I thought that they were okay with that, but back to the classics. See, like that, and that's one thing. Like Tina shared this memory. Our friend Daisy. That was on us with Buck Rogers, talked about how her dad got her into sci-fi and things like that, Star Trek and stuff. This is what I love to hear, and I like talking about this, and what people's memories with their fathers, their mothers, their family that got them into these things, and what these things to me. What about the classic Doctor Who's? Did they all have separate identities? Were there something that made them all unique beyond just the dress?
Absolutely. All the personality structure was different for all of them. Absolutely different. So William Hartnell was the grumpy old man who couldn't tolerate people not listening to what he was saying, even though they would die if they did not listen to what he was saying to them. And then you had Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor Who, who's my Doctor Who. And he is. And he was the guy who was trying to make people understand more in order for them to understand why they were making wrong decisions and harmful decisions. And then you had the third one, John Pertwee, who was more officious, and he would put people down for not understanding, but then try to show them a better way, but sometimes go above and beyond the call of duty in an almost superheroic fashion in order to save the day. And then you had Tom Baker, who was the most alien up till that point Doctors, and he, as Tom Baker, as an actor, really tried to show the different way that someone who was 700 years old would think about a problem and react to it versus somebody who was 25 years old or 30 years old. And all of these actors did remarkably well. All of them had great theater experience as well as previous experience at the BBC and with movies. And they all had something very special and unique to offer. But the characters all had the same memories of what happened, but none of them were the same at all. And that is what made the show incredibly unique. Whereas you have James Bond, we go from Sean Connery, then we go to Roger Moore, and they're still pretty much James Bond. The differences are not as great as between the first four Doctors.
That was interesting because I know, and after that, the pants, you could see like the outfits, the wardrobes were kind of reflected the time. Because like Tina said, the classic Doctor Who is the only Doctor. Now, what would be the classic? Where would that stop?
Stop. Some people argue about that. Some people say classic Doctor Who stops with Tom Baker. I don't believe that's true because you had Peter Davidson after that, and I can't stand his Doctor. I understand why his Doctor sucked. He actually said, I didn't understand how I was supposed to play the role until the final 4 episodes. And then he had no chance to play it properly. Then you had Sylvester McCoy, who actually had loved the Doctor since he was a teenager, and he understood exactly how to go into it. Well, actually, before Sylvester McCoy, you had another Baker, unrelated to Tom Baker, and he played the role very well, but a lot of people didn't like him. And so there's this time period from 1989 up until around the early 2000s where we don't have any Doctor Who because the BBC killed it off. And then they realized they could make, you know, a great deal of success by bringing Doctor Who back. So they brought back Doctor Who with Mr. Eccleston, who had previously been in other movies and a few TV show spots and had been very successful. But the classic Doctor Who is basically Hartnell, Troughton, Pertwee, Baker, Peter Davidson, Baker #2, Sylvester McCoy. And after that is pretty much New Who. And
Now help me. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was done.
No. This question. The Tina said prefer the serialized stories of classic Doctor. What is a serialized story versus? Is it different? I guess I'm sure I know about episodic shows, but
Yes.
What are serialized stories? What does that mean?
It means different things depending on the country you're in, but oftentimes a serialized story will mean you follow each story from episode 1 to the end. But you have serials in Doctor Who, okay? So you would have in the 60s all the way up to the late 80s, you might have an episode that was a story that was 2 episodes long. That was very rare. They generally were 4 episodes long, and then they would move on to another story. Sometimes they were 6 episodes long and move on to another story. There were rare occasions where they were 10 or more episodes long, very rare, and then that story would finish, and then you would move on. And so they were serials, just like, Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, they had their serials. And there was almost no situation in old Doctor Who which was similar to Star Trek, the original series, where it was almost always a one and done story. It was done in 1 episode. That almost never happened.
Okay, I like learning new things and what all these terms mean, and they're significant. So I really appreciate that. So,
and the writing of it is very different. I mean, if you're writing a one and done, then you have to condense things from 4 episodes down to 48 minutes.
Right.
And therefore the story's going to come off very differently. Whereas if you have 4 episodes to tell a story out, you have time for some nuance, a bit of detail, a bit of character acting. And yeah.
Night, Atwood. Good to see you. Welcome back, Emily. Welcome back, Emily. I just hope, hopefully you just sit back, relax, and see where we go with this. Buddy says some say McCoy ends classic Who with the US TV movie with McGann putting the nail in it.
I don't mind McCann as an actor playing the Doctor. I just hate the script, buddy. But I would say that classic Who ends with the last episode of McCoy. That's my attitude. And there were some very good McCoy adventures, even though people used to poo-poo on them back in the day, back in the 80s. But no, I think a lot of them were absolutely wonderful, and a lot of them brought back some of the. Even though they were done in the late 80s, they brought back some of the elements of the late 60s. Doctor Who, actually, before Star Trek, Doctor Who introduced science fiction body horror. Yeah. And the Borg are basically a ripoff of the Cybermen.
Really?
Yes. And even Clobby admitted that, as much as he enjoys Star Trek, he admitted that. So did Mark. And
Well, that's it. That's interesting considering how we kept making fun of Larson ripping everything off of Star Trek
oh
in
yeah,
season 2. Yeah.
oh yeah. Good
But
night, Brogues. I hope I didn't bore you
good
to
night,
death, and that's
Roku.
why you're going to bed.
Well, hey, make sure you join us tomorrow night. We'll be doing this again, but we'll have a bigger panel tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Eastern, and hopefully again on Friday night. So join us that. Good to see you as always, Brogu. Don't forget, the Mrs. is live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, doing with her daily dose of positivity. And go help with the puzzles and listen to her laugh with the beans. It's
Hey,
such a
hey,
cool
Emily.
thing.
Hey,
Mhm.
Emily. I think you should rant. Just do it in bits and pieces.
Well, it depends what you ran about, though. That's the only thing. So.
If it's about Doctor Who, I think we're safe.
Yeah, the thing with that, but just sit back and relax and hope you feel better soon. It'll be okay. And if you're not, just
And also,
get your talk to the professional people. So go ahead.
just to close off with Doctor Who, see, you have to understand that the people in the United States got it very late compared to when it started. So it started in
Yeah,
1963. You guys are not getting it into the mid 70s, right?
yeah,
With PBS, whereas in Australia we'd be getting it a year later, but most of our television was coming from Britain anyway. So
yeah.
we were getting it very soon after it aired in Britain. So that it was a an institution, a television institution. My uncle grew up with Doctor Who, and Patrick Troughton was also his Doctor Who. But I had to wait 20 years or more for the reruns of Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell to begin. Um, so it's it's a very interesting kettle of fish. It's an international show, to say the least, and it has international actors. I do like the fact that the actress who played Perry, she played an American. She did a relatively good job with the accent, but she's actually British, and she did a very good job with the
So,
accent.
but look, Andrew Lincoln, Georgia sheriff is British. All the Brits come over here. You think they're American? They do
Mm,
such a good job with the voice acting. So.
mm.
And yeah, JP, let's see, get that up to JPRPH1 is going to bed. Hey, welcome. Hey, remember, tomorrow night we'll be live at 10 o'clock tomorrow night with a lot more cast and crew. We're going to
Mm,
probably look at some of these other pictures, have some stories of where in the U.S. and some other crazy stuff that
mm,
we'll do. And maybe we'll actually talk Better Off Dead tomorrow night.
mm.
But we can touch on that a little bit before we go. But thanks, Tina, for giving us a topic to talk about on Doctor Who. Because, of course, we get some people on a panel. We could have a big discussion about Doctor Who with you guys that know your stuff.
Mm.
Real quick, before we wrap up in the next few minutes, we've got, the Better Off Dead. We talked about having 80s music
Mm.
shows, 80s movies. We've talked about Daisy, and I talked about all the movies in 1984. It's like you could just do all kinds of stuff out of the 80s, but
Oh yeah.
Better Off Dead was just so amazing at the time because, $2, I want my $2. And then, of
Mm.
course, you got such iconic scenes with the two Japanese twin brothers, the one that cannot talk and the other one that learned all their language,
Mm.
English, from watching Harold Cosell, Wide World of Sports. What cool movies like that,
Mm. Absolutely. And the other thing I really liked, and we can talk about this later. 1 second. The other thing I liked about Better Off Dead is that the dialogue kept rocking and bopping, and
Mm-hmm.
it didn't slow down. There wasn't a moment. There wasn't a moment where, when I first saw that film, I felt like I could run off to the bathroom because I felt I would miss something.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's actually a good sign of comedy when you think I can't get up from my seat. You
Yes,
know?
exactly. It's got raisins. You like raisins or boiled bacon. I'll let you boil the bacon. So, and Tina, yes, we have done a little bit of the classic Who. Tina loves talking about classic Who, and maybe we need to do that sometime when we can do that. Because I'm not an expert with Who. I just what I've seen is from Tenet to a little bit of Capaldi. But I know my wife knows a lot more. Hungry, a lot of other people have a lot of respect for it. And, we like to talk about things people like. And Tina, it's always great to have you around. I know it seems like I hadn't seen you in a bit, so you're always missed. Everybody, you're always missed when you're not here. And especially, you guys are rocking this chat. This stream's not possible without you guys, because otherwise it's just me sitting here rambling, maybe insulting Hungry a few times if he's out of bed. So, I gotta give Hungry a hard time with that. All the time we do. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to show up, everybody. Thank y'all for showing up tonight. We're going to wrap up in just a couple minutes. But yeah, maybe we'll have to talk some more Classic Who. We've actually done that a few times randomly on some random streams. Get to talk about the Classic Who. Of course, I like to bug Hungry by calling the Dalek salt shakers, but he knows I do it all in good fun. And to all you true Who fans, I am kidding
shakers.
it. I know.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's one of the funniest ones years ago with a girl like mocking David Tennant, like, "Hey, look, I'm a Dalek," and they had a plunger and a whisk with their. So hey.
Well, I mean, anytime.
Well, damn it! Why are you hitting just so I get here? Well,
right.
But
also,
Bucky and I. Hold on. But Bucky and I did a stream last night. We tried to end 3 different times, and we kept going. Well, Canadian Spider-Man, maybe we'll keep going a few minutes if we Hungry and I keep going again. Because Kronos is coming in.
Hey, Kronos. And also, to back up Tina, look, anytime Tina wants to talk about Doctor Who or any other classic British science fiction, I will be there for you, baby, because I've seen almost all of it. Almost all of it. So anytime you want someone to talk about that, I'll be your huckleberry. I love Tombstone.
Why are you coming out with a Kojak? Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you? Who loves you? Yeah. I love Kojak. I love that show.
Dude,
Telly Savalas.
Dude freaked me out as a kid. Like, because you talk about Annie Lennox and the haircut, seeing a bald dude for the first time, that really flipped me out. Like, dude, I thought he was evil. But hey, the burger dancing Better Off Dead was classic too. So. Oh my gosh, you never know. But yeah, like last night, Bucky and I, we were going to rap like 2 different times, and then we kept going, and then it was like, because people show up, guys, and we hit the topics and stuff like that. We just jump all over the place and all that. So we did Morty. So oh gosh, what Hungry Corey said, man, now I have to listen to the background of Skyrim. That's just, okay. Well, we'll go a few more minutes. Are you okay, Hungry?
No, I'm fine with that. I just wish I really could understand Skyrim. I've only seen screen caps of it, and I was impressed by the art.
I don't know.
I'm not a gaming person. I apologize, but I like watching people play the games on YouTube.
Yeah, you do.
I enjoy that.
Oh, now Warehouse 13, that was an interesting show.
I loved Warehouse 13, Corey. I watched every dang episode. Loved everything about it. Oh, love that movie. Love that show.
The missus like that show. I kind of got into a few of the episodes. Yeah. Yeah, it happens. So yeah, I do. It's just
honestly, in any episode that you didn't like, there's going to be another episode that's 5 times better.
Definitely different than Buck Rogers season 2. So Curtis is not a gamer either, Hungry. So hey, welcome. You guys are great. But some of those franchises I've got to get into, and that's why I have people like Hungry Boy. You guys in the chat that I learned from, one of the ones that talk Doctor Who. I don't know a lot of the doctors. I know a little bit about for a certain period, and I'd love to learn more and talk more about the Classic Who and things like that, because I'm finding that going back watching the older TV shows, even some from the 70s that I liked as a kid and all, are better than most modern TV shows and stuff. And really, it's I have more fun watching some of that. My mom and I watched Sanford and Son the other day.
Oh, I love that
and things like that. So I'm interested in that, Tina. So thank you for bringing that up tonight, because there's also another franchise Hungry is always so give me crap about is the James Bond series. You know,
I gave you crap about 3
I
times,
know,
but
I know.
that's only because I think you'd like the '60s movies that came from it, the '60s movies and the '70s
Is
movies.
that the one, Pussy Galore?
Yes, yes,
Okay, right.
A-
That was
and
that Moonraker?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, that was
Golden Eye,
Goldfinger, Goldfinger,
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Sorry.
It's a terrible name, I know, but they made those
No,
jokes back
no,
then.
for
I
the
can't
movie,
help
the
it.
damn movie title.
I
Anyway,
know,
it's okay.
I know.
Oh
And
God, Goldfinger.
actually, you
Yeah,
would if you leave if you just look at the kind of action adventure that you really enjoy. Goldfinger has a lot to offer you. And
yeah,
and you also, because we talked about this with Buck Rogers a lot, particularly with JT, the music in Goldfinger is
yeah,
fantastic. It's
yeah.
magnificent.
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man, are you still there? Stay away from me with that Goldfinger.
All
That's that
right.
old finger. Yes.
Yeah. And
Uh,
also it has one of the greatest villains in the James
yes.
Bond franchise, Odd Job, who is a guy
Uh,
who actually was a sumo wrestler.
is the guy that throws the hat? Didn't that
Yes,
guy play Mr. Freeze in Running Man, or was that a different guy?
different guy.
Or Professor? Okay, but hey, main objectives were still take 34 hours.
Mm,
Okay, Canadian Spider-Man is still with us out there in the
mm,
chat.
mm,
Yay! Because we are staying on just for you, sir. Well, back when we had freedom making jerk
mm.
speech, we wanted to Goldfinger. Yeah, Aaron
Right.
Gray. That's not a
Aaron
funny
Gray.
subject. That's a serious topic around here.
Hmm.
Exactly. So, oh man.
And
So
so is Princess Ardala. So is Princess
yes,
Ardala.
Princess Ardala. You know, we really had fun with that
Mm,
series. I will
mm.
take you. Um, and Shirley Bassey was a
Oh, yeah.
was amazing.
She
Amazing.
sang the theme song, and she actually had to do it was before digital, and Tina will
Uh-huh.
appreciate this, and I'm sure Tina already knows this. uh, Before digital, you had to cut and splice tape in order to edit things together. She had to do more than 3 different takes of that final note in the song. You know, he loves gold, and they had to splice it together, and it sounded perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfectly done, and I love that theme song in Goldfinger. I love everything about that movie. Every single damn thing about that movie.
Hmm. Well, I that's but see that's another franchise I've got to get into. And what I know, what I pick up is from you guys that have been through it, that do have watched it, and because see the only to me honestly the only where I come in with it is see she mentions Shirley Bassey with a song.
Mm-hmm.
What other famous theme song from the movie and the series is
Oh, I got one for you, but you
yeah,
keep
well,
going.
well,
You
no,
remember it.
no, no, I know, no, but you know the song "A View to a Kill."
Oh, you had to bring that one up. Okay, all right. Yes, Duran Duran. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, fine, fine.
exactly. What
But
said British spy than Duran Duran? You know, that's a perfect
oh
group
no
to
no
do
no
it.
no no
Sing
no no
song.
no no
What?
no 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 no. You keep talking. You keep talking. You go ahead.
What is your problem with Duran Duran? They were British. Hello, citrus, lemon
Hello.
pie, lemon pie. Unfortunately, lemon pie. We talked about your brotherhood at the beginning of the show when we were on
Mm.
pies. But good to see you tonight, lemon pie. All right.
Hey, Citrus. One of the other songs I really like, which came out in the '70s for The Spy Who Loved Me, was Nobody Does It Better, otherwise known as Baby You're the Best,
Mhm.
by Carly Simon, who was a
See right
great
there.
singer.
See, Cronus knows of class and quality.
Carly Simon kicks Duran Duran's ass.
No, she didn't. She married that ugly dude, and she sang hippie music. You know, yeah.
Hippie music.
Rio is an epic album. Can I tell you what I love with Duran Duran was the fact that they, and you told 7 of their 9 songs on their debut album, the self-titled Duran Duran, are actually available out there on YouTube to do karaoke to. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
many,
appreciate
at
that.
least over half on the Rio album are. That's how good their music is. And I tell you, like I've showed you,
Mm,
those side B and those other songs that did not get all the public airwaves playing are
yeah.
pretty darn good. So,
I'm not disagreeing. I have admitted you introduced me to 3 Duran Duran songs I like.
yeah,
When I thought previously I only liked one of them. So I agree with that. But also I have to say that the early James Bond songs are just much better. I mean, even going to the first Roger Moore, which is
yeah,
Live and Let Die. Live and Let Die is a rockin' damn song. Rockin'
yeah.
man damn song.
Yeah, and I'm going to go
Guns
in a
N'
different.
Roses covered it. Guns N'
Yeah,
Roses covered it.
yeah. I'm going to swing off from James Bond in just a second, but Corey,
Oh, do it now. Do it now.
well, I want to hit Corey right here because it's true. The Sci-Fi Channel, many of these channels, it's like the History Channel. Do they ever show history anymore? MTV is the world's. Yeah. Do they ever play music videos again? All the channels that had what they were good. That had Eureka, Warehouse 13.
Hmm.
You know, just not there anymore. I mean, like the History Channel, I think's become like the Pickers show and stuff like that, and
Oh,
or
good point.
alien abductions and stuff. And it's just like, you
That's
know,
not history though. That's just
I know it's like
I
it
get
doesn't
what you're
fit in.
saying.
We are back to 15 people watching us right now at Hungry at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You got 15 people, you're going to stay for another 15 minutes. I know you.
Well, we need one more light for 20. So, but um, ooh, for your eyes only. I guess Sheena Easton. Yeah, there you go.
I do like some Sheena Easton, and she's a good Scottish gal. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
strut, baby. Another 80s song by
my
Sheena Easton.
baby works the morning train. Yeah, that was a good song too.
Roger was a
I
good
like
Bond.
Sheena.
Roger Moore was a good Bond. Yes, Duran Duran. That's the Roger Moore was what I became familiar when he
Yeah.
uh, was the Bond at the time. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
of course,
technically,
the
when
big
when you
reason
were first
what
born, when
Cavill
you
would
were
have done,
right,
because they didn't hire Cavill for that role. A lot of people wanted to see him there. But where I wanted to switch with the Bond right now, because
mm,
we got Doctor Who, we got Bond,
mm,
we got all some good topics that we
mm.
we need to get together and organize a few people to come on and talk about some. But they're so big, you could not do them justice in just one show.
Oh, that's true.
Um,
That's true.
it's just so. But where I want to deviate from this is not necessarily who's a good Bond, who's a good spoof Bond. What about the whole
Mm.
the whole thing that was shot off of James Bond, Austin Powers? Did it? Did it?
You're not going to think this is true, but I actually really enjoy those first 2 Austin
Oh, I
Powers
thought you
movies
probably did. I think you probably did. I mean, it was hard not to enjoy those two movies. You
because
know,
they're actually getting the 1960s stuff properly done and correctly done because I'm a little bit older than you. I still have vague memories of that stuff, and I remember
yeah.
seeing the way the ladies were dressed, seeing the way the men were dressed, hearing what they had to say, and
Hmm.
I like it. I really like it because I don't mind having something go back to my early childhood. It doesn't mean that's why I'm going to like a
Yep.
movie, but I'm going to appreciate it if it's there, you know?
Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I'm gonna get back on Austin Powers for saying, but
Thank
live and let
you,
die.
Tina. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. It is what I have been rocking to that song since I first heard it when the film came out. And then I got my first cassette player and my Best of Wings album, which had Live and Let Die on that. And I wore that tape out listening to Live and Let Die. I love that song. I just wish it
Yep.
was a bit longer, but they couldn't do it longer because, movie soundtrack.
Yep.
But
Yep. So, okay, but I love the Austin Powers movies. Those
oh
first
yeah.
two, it did plummet after that. So, yeah, I mean, it's like the Naked Gun. After the first, the second was not as good. The third one was like, why bother?
Well,
It's a natural. To me. That's a natural thing of gag humor. Is
mm,
that it's hard to reinvent that magic the first time. It Go ahead.
well, I mean, also you have look. obviously I'm a 60s guy, right? And I
Right.
love 60s actors. You have Robert Wagner, who is a classic 60s actor, and he is in Austin Powers. And that was just
Yeah,
brilliant casting. I love Robert Wagner. I really do. And I
yeah.
mean, he was one of the reasons I watched Heart to Heart, aside from Stephanie Powers, don't get me wrong.
Priorities, priorities.
Priorities.
Always the ladies first. Yeah,
Yeah, and it was
but
we brought that up with the
see,
missus where
yeah, yeah.
romance, real romance in
Well,
Heart to Heart, but in
well,
Austin Powers you got romance too, even
yeah,
though it's a
but
comedy.
yeah, but even the missus will say sometimes it's just the fun of looking at them. So I make the jokes about the
That's true.
ladies, and the missus likes her, especially Asian guys with the abs. She like because she loves Shang-Chi with that. And even the Marvels movie, that one
Mm,
Korean actor was like shirtless in it. So, but it's all
mm,
fun. It's all fun with what we
mm,
have there. But it was really good to see those gags because see, like sometimes when we park the cars in Fortnite, right
mm.
between two little barriers by some luck, we joke about it being the Austin Powers. How he's trying to turn the cart where there's no room to turn around.
Mm.
So
Yeah. Welcome to parking in Britain and Australia. Yeah, precisely.
just bang the car in front of you, boom, boom, and eventually you'll nudge them enough to get up and get out.
Mm.
Hey, you guys got your great emu war down there, so you guys got all kinds of cool history.
There's no emu war. Those suckers are I'm not going to say the word I was going to say. They are weaklings compared to the cassowaries, and I've shown you pictures of the
Oh yeah,
cassowaries.
I know the cat wears those claws as feet. $1 billion. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
the funny thing I love when it comes out $1 million and everybody laughs like last
yeah.
they said, okay, $1 billion. Then I got attention. So
That was a great joke because I oftentimes go back to when somebody says, "Oh, you only got $82 for this voiceover in 1961," and I'm thinking, wait a minute, how much did $82 buy in 1961? And I go to an inflation calculator, and it turns out that's $850 for an hour of work, and I'm thinking $852 for an hour is pretty good money.
oh yeah. Yeah, don't look at it as the modern context because time value of money is what they say. So inflation is another thing too. Yeah, Kronos. Oh yeah, that's another great movie franchise we could get into. We
Mm,
talked a little bit about Better Off Dead earlier, which is also a good
mm.
one. But just I've always loved comedies. Comedies are great, great movies. Dodgeball is one of
Oh,
the
I
best
love
ones I love.
dodgeball. I love
You
dodgeball.
know, I've got to experiment with something because I know I've had numerous people talk about our channels about watch parties. I mean, and you guys that are here in the chat, would y'all be willing to watch some watch parties on certain movies? Uh, if I did it, I'd have to look into it because one of the ways that I've seen is that there's a webinar function.
Yeah.
You can do it within StreamYard, and you can send the link, and people can come in the StreamYard, and y'all watch it together. Now, we don't talk. I mean, it would be the host and whoever's on the panel.
Hmm.
Then we would be the ones talking, but people talk through the chat. I'm curious to see how much the interest is. I know a couple have. Yes, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, if you can dodge traffic, you can dodge a dodgeball.
Mm,
What a great movie. Patches O'Houlihan, Rip Torn, what an actor.
mm. I love Rip Torn. I adore his work. Going back to the 1970s, but he was honestly, I don't. I love Tommy Lee Jones, but Rip Torn was the best part of the Men in Black series. He
Well,
was the best part.
that ride at Universal, he's still there and all the things. So you're
Oh,
seeing him all
good.
the time. Oh, God, Wes Cagle. Sorry your mom blew up, Ricky.
Mm.
And then when the French girl's like laughing, and then Ricky says, "I'm going to tell mom," and then she busts out even laughing more.
Mm.
That is so funny. So, yep, exactly. Rip Torn, exactly. What a great actor, and so many different things that he was in.
Oh yeah. And in a lot of television shows too, a lot of comedy
Hmm.
television shows.
Yep.
And I mean, to be honest, if, there are very few. We all talk about how there are no stars these days, or the bigger channels do. If there are some names where if I see their name in the credits, I'm going to tune in, and if I see Rip Torn in something, I'm going to tune in for it. Unless I go on IMDb and I find out he's on there for like five
Yeah.
seconds, in which case I'm not going to do it. But if he's going to be a major character, I'm going to watch it. That's the reason I watched Dodgeball. Rip
Yep.
Torn.
Yep. As a Texan. Yeah, Texan man
Mm-hmm.
who fell to earth. Buddy says Cosme, and I've actually seen some on Cosme, but I've also seen trolls get through Cosme.
True.
And so you need mods and to deal with that. That's the one thing that I've seen it firsthand. But Cosme works good for watching do stream. Yeah, I know Mark D with C uses that, but I've seen trolls in there. The webinar is more, I guess anybody could come into your link, but you got ways of dealing with that. But I guess it's always a danger with that, but unless you make it members only, but we don't have members per se. And hello to the Geek and I. Welcome.
Hello. Good to see
you again. It's been a while, but hey, I bumped into him over at Mark's one Sunday night. So hey, good to see you. Rip Torn, the only actor with a present and future name. So,
good point. Good point.
Oh, and he was also in Columbo.
Yes, and he was very good in Columbo, although he was unrecognizable back then because he was very young, and his face looked very different. But then again, you could say the same thing about Tommy Lee Jones,
Sorry.
Well,
Just, Tommy Lee Jones is, I don't know. I've liked him in so many roles, but,
I love him.
But, yeah. Listen, we've just come up with 4 or 5 different topics we could do at some point. We just don't have enough time in the day to do all the stuff. You can do 70s TV shows, all kinds of stuff that are possible to be done.
Yeah, and I mean, we could even do a subtopic on people we love who come from Texas and also Canada, because not every great actor comes from London or LA. Not every great actor does. You have a lot of people. I mean, there are a lot of people who come from Georgia who are great character actors or just great actors in general. You have a lot of people from out of the way places in Australia. Not every great actor in Australia comes from Sydney or Melbourne. And that could be an yes, and you said it correctly. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I did it for you, just to. And Queensland, like we were talking on Lorena's channel the other night, Queensland's the Florida of Australia. So
I said that before she did. I actually brought that up. I brought that up to her in a comment like 5 years ago, and that is true. And as I told you, Florida made me homesick. Florida made me homesick, and that's why 22 years ago I came back to Australia.
we have got 16 people now here. Yeah. How about that? Yeah, I mean, you guys are. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We're up to 20-something likes. You guys rock. Thanks for being here, hanging out. We'll keep jumping topic to topic as we do. But I mean, so many of these different things that we could do. I'd like to talk about some of the old 70s TV shows. Not necessarily episodic reviews, but just
or like maybe just an episode. Maybe just talk about one episode and why it was good.
Yeah, like Emergency. Emergency is one that if you talk about the first 2, it was a 2-hour episode, or it was like a TV movie where actually you are introduced to the reason for the whole show, which is based on the real California legislation that was to advance medical treatment in the field, and there was resistance to it and stuff from medical people and all that. And it's really,
I did not know
really
that.
cool.
That's very interesting. Yeah. That's very interesting.
It's a Wordsworth Townsend Act. It's the first episode in Emergency.
Oh,
and
really?
They do that because Dr. Brackett is a pain in the ass to Roy and Johnny the whole time. Okay. Dixie McCall's trying to run interference. Joe Early, the wise elderly guy, is like, hey, they're willing to work with the program, and then they finally have to convince Brackett, that they know what they're doing, they can do it, and it's based on real life and the real legislation, so that they can try to improve medical services in the field. It really was interesting to see. So I tell you what, the first time I watched, I do have Adam 12, and I watched the first episode. I'm like, oh my God. It was so realistic for what I knew back in the 70s because my dad was a police officer. And some of the themes that they were like, whoa, that was heavy. And it's like, yeah, I'd heard about those things when I was a kid, those type of setups and things like that, and ambushes. And it just was really, really interesting because really one of the things to look at all the TV shows, one of the common themes, they really hit some very heavy, serious social issues and addressed them, but they didn't seem so heavy-handed with it. They dealt with a lot of reality, like Emergency. You saw them working on people and shocking them, but you didn't have to have all the blood and everything everywhere. Yeah. That episode of Adam 12 was really a serious thing, but you didn't see too much over the top. But you get like the Facts of Life, Different Strokes, some of the others.
Oh God, Facts of Life, damn.
Well, they did okay with it until I think towards the end. But there were some of the other shows like MASH. You got, Strokes. You got Good Times,
dealt with a lot
Archie
of stuff.
Bunker, all that stuff.
Yeah, Archie Bunker, Kojak.
And they had the message, but it was like they kind of just left it there. It was like, and even then, it wasn't every episode. They found ways to make variety, and they kept your interest with stuff and all that stuff. Oh my God, yes, The Geek and I. Talk about episodes on a WKRP Turkey Drop episode. Different show every week. Well, that could be interesting, an idea.
Well, that's actually a very good point because WKRP actually did do an episode about cocaine addiction, which was very severe. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't get into serious stuff. I like the fun stuff. But you know what? That whole thing there, the turkey drop. Oh my God, the missus told me about that. When I saw it, I'm like dying laucking.
I love that show. WKRP was a great show.
Like, what's his name? The Les Nessman. Not Les Nessman. The dorky guy repeating, "Oh, there's a helicopter, and they're falling from there, and it's the blood pattern." That just was hilarious. I'm like dying laughing, and I'm like, golly, it's just that was one of the good episodes. That was a thing. Right now, what we're doing is because of channel format's a lot different right now these days because of a lot of stuff that's going on. We're having to be flexible. Mrs. actually did her first stream on the road the other day, where she's got more fixed stat shows. Mine are kind of having to be a little more flexible these days. And like tonight was completely random. We did it. Look how many people come in and having fun with us tonight. But I love those ideas, The Geek and I. And I'll let you talk about this one. It's hard for me to talk about myself, but thank you, Tina, is what I got to say.
No, I agree. He is an incredibly likable person. And Tina, he is even more likable off the air. Kidding. But
because I will rampage off the air.
No, but that's likable. And Tina, honestly, one of the things that private friends of Dadman have said to him is that he is incredibly sincere. So this is very much the real Dadman, and that is incredibly important. And he is 100% honest, and he can engage in a very serious conversation or a very lighthearted conversation, and you're never going to doubt that he is bullshitting you, not once. And for me, that makes for a very likable person. So thank you, Tina, for saying that to our host. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Tina. And it's great to have you around. I tell you, you're one of all you miss, but Tina, and we've gotten to see you a lot lately, and it's always fun when you're around. And you and a lot of everybody else, you're always missed when you're not here. Because believe it or not, I do mentally track who's here or not. It's just the auditor observer in me, and it's like, where? And it's like, where are they? I really view y'all as friends. Like the missus has said. It's like friends coming in, hanging out like it. And I'm really, truly humbled because at 1:30 in the morning when my ass should be asleep, I'm sitting here and there's 13 to 16 people here hanging out in the chat and throwing show ideas. You mean like King, the Geek and I throwing out a show idea. No, you don't have to do that, but thank you. I appreciate it. Now we got Lemon Pie having a cold one, and Cronus is cheering and asking what you're drinking. and Canadian Spider-Man is Jack Daniels and honey.
Mm.
So Corona lemon pies on the beer. Let's see. Sorry, the computer is like slow at times. So, thank you, Canadian Spider-Man. We appreciate it. I tell you what. Now, CSM, I do want to. I'm going to send you DM one day. I do want to talk to you about all your world travels.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that I know he does some stuff on his channel with some of his trips and stuff, but it's fascinating stuff like what the places he's been. So, but yeah, and thank y'all guys for those comments. So, yeah, but 70s, there's just so much good stuff that we could do. There's just not enough hours in the day. I would like to win those $400 million lottery things, get the cash payout stuff, and then I would 24/7 stream.
I hear you.
I could pay you, Hungry.
That's money I'd be happy to take.
Well, there you go.
There's been money I've not been happy to take. Let me tell you.
I'm still going to one day get my all-female squad of players for Fortnite. I'm going to get that together one day. It's just, Oh, good night, DJ. Play nice.
Oh, good night, DJ.
Have a good one. So, Corey said, so Diet Coke is trash and bad for me, but it's too late to make tea. Exactly. So. Tina said, my humor is from my family, but my parents allowed me to watch Monty Python's once. It warped my young little mind.
I hear you, Tina. And in fact, one of my parents told me to watch Monty Python's Flying Circus. Oh, you like wacky humor? All right, you're going to watch this and report back to me. And I said, I don't understand it very much, but I like the bits that actually pertain to medieval history.
Dude, you're still snorting tonight. You're really having a good time and laughing. So
yeah, I am. But it's cool. Mainly it's you in the chat, man. It's you in the chat.
I
mean, Tina's owning the chat tonight. No offense to the rest of you guys.
Hey, I listen. We got a lot of dominating females around on this channel with the chat, and it's always on fire when they're around. Puts the guys, step back, guys. Let the ladies run the show. Like I said, I want my Fortnite squad of ladies one day and get it going.
To back up Tina, the whole parrot sketch in Monty Python, that still makes me laugh. That whole bloody parrot.
Would you believe when we're seniors in high school? And it's in the last few days before when all the exams are done, you just waste. Why are you even there waiting for graduation? The physics professor, because I'd skipped out of my English class, got the hall pass and went walking for half an hour down the hallways. He's up there showing Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the physics class.
I love that movie. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite movies. Especially
that's another one to watch together.
I mean the ending, but then let's be honest. There were some naughty moments there. Tina's going to know what I'm talking about. Naughty Zoot. You know what I mean?
Yes. Speed me. Yeah, it's like, yeah. And but the thing is, I watched the kid with my kids at one point, and then I forgot about that castle scene, and I'm like, oh dear God.
It had gory horror too. I mean, the guy who I'm not dead yet. I mean, God, come on, dude. You got no arms, you got no legs. Give it up. Stop it. No, stop it.
No, but also the guy on the cart. I'm still alive. Then he clubs him. Now he's dead. Wes Cagle wants to hear more from Canadian Spider-Man about Vietnam. All right. So, hey. So
the knights who say knee. The knights who say knee.
You see, Lemon Pie, he is, again, he's hungry for fun comedy.
Right on, Lemon. Right on, Citrus. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, hey, by the way, Wes Cagle, Canadian Spider-Man just threw you a thing out there for your comments. So, don't get you started with the Holy Grail. Yeah, right. I know. I got you. I got so many quotes out of that movie. So special. I was never told to not watch a thing as a kid. I just was never asked my parents if I could watch something. Better ask forgiveness than ask permission. And see, my parents with MTV, they were like, "What the heck do you watch?" They didn't even realize I was watching MTV in the daytime.
Mm.
When they come home, and I'm like, "I just was watching this," But actually, the worst thing I would admit is in the summer, either in high school or college, I got stuck in the daggum soap opera things. They can get addictive if you're not careful. Careful. What
Oh
is your
yeah,
favorite color? I love
that
that.
was a great
Oh,
scene.
the
That was a
red.
great scene.
So,
Love that
all
scene.
right. Let's see. Crap. The chat's my
Oh,
computer's
they're
like
jumping. The
weird.
chat. The
I
chat
know.
is a
Yeah.
forest fire
Yeah,
tonight.
Tina, my father's side of the family is from the UK. Hey,
Oh, good.
so yes, the British humor. Our great friend Daisy talks about her gallows British humor all the
So,
time.
so I gotta ask
So,
Tina this. Answer in the chat. Did you ever watch the Goodies? Goodies, goody goody yum yum. Goodies, we're coming to
Geek and I,
you.
yeah, sense of humor from your mom. My dad would watch Benny Hill, and I got to see a little bit on
Yeah.
PBS. So hey,
Oh no, we
exactly.
saw the unrated
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
Australia. We saw the unrated, and there was this is no joke. I had a friend of mine, best friend in high school, and his mother came storming in after having two gin martinis and said, "I'm sick of worrying about you looking at those naughty magazines. You're gonna watch 3 hours of Benny Hill, and then you're not gonna even want to look at a human female body." And
God, I agree.
yeah. No, seriously, she was a monster.
Yeah,
But I mean, her intent was good, and so he
yeah.
watched Benny Hill for a while. And he said, "Mom, you're right. I don't want to look at naked women anymore." And then she went out of the room, and he looked at me and he said, "But I am happy to look at women in bikinis."
There you go. Yeah, see, PBS ran a lot 80s and even in the
Yeah.
90s and 2000, because I know the Mrs. and I on Saturday nights would watch it. Frank Stallone, I tell you, yes, who was also a feature on the World's Dumbest Show that was always on TV. I love that. He did that. Uh, Tina, what is the airspeed velocity of an unlit swallow? African European. I don't
Nice.
know that.
Nice. Nice. Thank you, Tina. Thank you.
Yeah. So see. Oh, what's our favorite soup? What's your favorite soup, Hungry?
I would actually say Irish potato soup with shredded cheddar cheese in it and some basil in the soup. It's a thick soup. It's almost a
Basil.
chowder.
Basil.
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 But basil's faulty. Basil faulty. That's different.
I knew you were going to say that. Yes. But honestly, there are some other soups I like. But generally, I prefer the thick and chunky soups. You know,
Clam chowder for
yes,
me.
yeah, I
Or
love
maybe
clam chowder.
but the man but no the
The Boston clam
New
chowder.
England, the New England clam
Yeah.
chowder, exactly, the white one, because there is also the Manhattan, which is kind of reddish, but there's
Yeah.
also a third one, and I can't remember. It's like a clear one, and I cannot remember what it is. The missus had it on her National Clam Chowder Day as one of the celebrations one time.
Mm.
And like I said to you, Canadian Spider-Man, I would love to. I would love to. Just let me know ahead of time.
Oh yes, Tina. Yes, the two
No,
Ronnies.
hold on,
I've
hold on,
seen.
hold on.
Oh boy.
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry,
I'm getting
sorry,
there in a
sorry.
second.
My
But Flying
apologies.
Circus was even funnier than movies, according to Lemon Pie. Is that true? Because I didn't see much of the Flying Circus.
Most of my friends would say yes. I would disagree, but that's just me personally. That's just me personally. But if I had to say for the public, which was funnier, I would say Flying Circus. But for me and two of my friends, I would say the films were funnier. But I agree with Lemon Pie. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, and Canadian Spider-Man, absolutely. But I cannot make it this Thursday, but definitely, as like I said, definitely sometime this summer.
Mm.
When just let me know. Just be in contact. So let's say. All right. So, okay. Now the goodies. Now, because Geek and I goodies
Yes.
episode where Lighthouse was
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes. I loved almost every episode of the goodies, particularly when You had the giant children's characters that were fluffy, etc., just attacking the goodies. That was one of the greatest episodes. And Tina, the two Ronnies. Oh, I've seen
Whoa,
so many
hello,
episodes
Lady
of the two
Mist.
Ronnies.
Lady Mist was
Hey,
here.
Lady Mist.
Hello.
Hello.
I hope I didn't miss you. She might have been, I guess maybe she's lurking, but hey, she said, take care, everyone. Good night. Thank you, Lady Mist. A pleasure to have you here.
I think you would
So,
like the humor of the two Ronnies, Dad Man. I think you would enjoy
now,
that.
I think the two famous people, because I was on a streamer years ago and they talked about the two Ronnies. There's famous guys,
Yes.
famous, their real name was Ronnie, right?
Both
So
of their first names were Ronnie.
I
Yes.
think I've heard about that. Yeah, I think I've heard about that. So, yeah, there you go. Exactly. You got two empty halves of coconut and you're banging them together.
Mm,
Exactly. So we got a New England and we got a hot and sour soup.
yeah.
So I'm more of a wonton soup. The missus likes egg drop soup.
I love wonton soup, but just on the two Ronnies again. It was Ronnie Barker and
Lemon
Ronnie
pie.
Corbett.
Lemon pie says she came out of the mist,
Nice one.
and she's
Nice
still
one.
here. We have automatically gotten much more classier with the Great Lady Mist here. And our friend Rambling Canuck actually has a, I don't know what you call it, a little special
Mm,
feature for her on his karaoke show, which y'all need to catch it on Saturday nights, usually 9 or 10.
mm.
Time may vary Eastern. So, we'd love to have y'all over there with us. So I think Kronos likes soup. So
Well, I
I
mean,
can
it's
agree.
interesting that we bring up wonton because if Max was still here, we could talk about matzo ball soup, which I actually have tried and I really enjoyed. Matzo
Yeah.
ball soup is really good soup, and I mean, I generally, if you have a dumpling soup of any variety, it's going to be delicious.
Hmm. Exactly.
Most
And
most people go ahead.
I was going to say like I said, Lady Miss, it's been, I don't know if I've seen her here before. It's been a while, but
Mm,
everybody that's new, I know we had a few new people in tonight. This is what this late night, especially when it's just being hungry,
mm,
we, this is the squirrel stream.
mm.
We bounce here to tree, nut to nut, and we're all over the place talking about everything. And honestly, you guys in the chat direct a lot of these shows. Freddie Yakoba, have not seen you in a while, Freddie. How are you doing
Hello.
today? Good to see you again. You get and yes, Lady Miss, absolutely. They all
Mm.
sing. Everyone sings great, and everybody's loved. And hey, if you ever want to sing karaoke, check it out because it's all supporting people, not to make fun of everybody, just to have some fun with each other. So, but
Mm.
yes, absolutely. So, uh,
Oh,
no,
Geek and I, that's a very interesting comment. I was not aware that the Paul Hogan show was shown in the
no.
United States.
Oh yeah, that I for yes, it did. It did not get a lot of play. I
Okay.
thought it was buried on our PBS station though, but it was not. But yeah, there was a Paul Hogan show that was played usually late at night. But yeah, it was there for a bit. I didn't see it as much as Benny Hill,
Yeah.
but we did. So, but my point is, this is like a short attention span type of show. Now,
Right. Good
sometimes
point.
when we get the larger panels, we may get stuck on
Mm.
something a little bit longer. Hey, join us tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. We're going to be doing another live with more people. I will be doing one of our features of what we call "We're in the USA," where I read news stories
Rad.
and you pick the state from it. Sometimes I'll say
Mm.
"We're in Australia" and pick on Hungary's country of Australia. But yeah, we do a lot of different things. No show is ever the same, folks. This show always changing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Every
can we
every squirrel scream. Oh, that was a
every
bad.
squirrel
Oh,
scream?
oh,
They
Freudian
do.
slip.
They
Freudian
do.
slip.
They do scream. We got actually video from Misty and I need to do a road another detour to Dadman's because we got sound of a squirrel up close screaming. So. But
Mm.
yeah, oh my gosh, it keeps jumping. So, uh, crap, this computer's. So, golly, man, it has jumped all over the place.
Mm.
Hold on, let me get back here. You guys are
Yeah.
on fire tonight. I mean, and then the Canadian Spider-Man said in Hong Kong, there, my computer. We're using the backup at our remote site, so it's kind of what's happening with this.
Mm.
So, Hong Kong congealed pig's blood soup. Yep.
Mm.
Yep. So,
And Tina, yes, you did very well. But the thing is, there's artistic naughtiness, and then there's raunchy naughtiness, and you understand the difference. And you did very, very well tonight. Very well.
Yeah, we're
Very
going so
impressed.
far good, Freddie. We're going so far. 14 people here. We're almost 2.5 hours now. So hey, it's all good. Tina, do not worry about your naughtiness. You've been fantastic, but hey, you let it fly out too at times on this show at night. But you've been very, very reserved, and I will say that. But hey, we do like it going spicy on fire.
Yeah, I would say subtle, subtle, not reserved.
Very subtle. But I am waiting for the day. I'm waiting for the day when we have the missus here on panel, Lisa on the panel,
Tina off.
Lisa on the panel, Bucky either in chat or on panel, Tina,
Bucky.
Lady V Elements. I mean, could you imagine that combination of fire coming from the ladies?
The world will blow up. The world will blow up.
Yes, Lady Miss too, if she wants to throw in there. So it's like I don't think the world could handle that much greatness there. So Wes Cagle always gets to karaoke. Yeah, because Jedi Bill also does it. So exactly. So people like to pick on Voyager. Dang it, it keeps jumping on me. So. Wes Cagle's famous answer is New Jersey. It's always New Jersey. So anyway, my God, you guys are on fire tonight. So I'm just trying to get down here. So where do you want to go with next? So what's the difference between the Flying Circus and the movies, really?
The Flying Circus is doing skits, so they can be very broad in the concept and just get right to the punchline. Whereas with the movies, they really have to follow a narrative flow with a script, and so it slows down.
Tina, I'm sure they never called you shy. I do not think you're shy.
Nice one, Tina.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the life of Brian, right? That has scenes. Hey, Rod, that has scenes in it, right? But it's following a narrative flow. The show Monty Python does not follow any narrative flow at all.
Kind of like our show tonight. This show, we tried to stop the show like an hour ago,
right?
And Canadian Spider-Man said, oh, "Damn it, you're hitting just as I get here." Guess what? An hour something later. Hell, it could be 3 hours from now before we stop at this point. We had one last night with Bucky's. We tried to stop at 3 different times. Mark finally came on, and we went almost 3 hours on that one. So, and you got people coming in. Make sure you hit the like button, share it out, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed just in case. So, weird things happen. You never know. So,
and here's a question for
Tina.
This
is a show. No, this is not a show. This is not a show. This is I don't know. This is
a glorious catastrophe. A glorious catastrophe.
Our concoction of random thoughts and abstract moments. So.
Hey, Tina, did you like Blackadder season 2 to season 4? Did you like Blackadder?
Some of the sketches did not have punchlines.
True.
Hey.
Absolutely true.
Oh my. Wes Cagle does say though that Flying Circus is better than Life of Brian and The Meaning of Life, but Monty Python and the Holy Grail is better than the Flying Circus.
I have to agree.
And I tell you, that's probably where I've had a problem because my first exposure to them was the Holy Grail. So if
right. Yeah, no, keep going.
That's what I meant because everything is great is along that line and it's hard to watch something better than the other stuff. You always are better off to watch that might not be as strong and then go to the better stuff. That's
rather than start with the best stuff. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. And Lady Miss is active out there. Thank you for greeting everybody, Lady Miss, for me tonight. Buddy said there's only one. He only likes one series of Blackadder. And Tina says, honestly, she has never seen Blackadder.
Oh, you need to check it out, Tina. It's on archive.org. You can find all of it. Now, the first season, Tina, it's farce. Okay, it's not real humor. It's farce. I don't like farce. But you might like it, so that's okay. But season 2 to season 4 is magnificent.
You know,
Magnificent.
I can just see this chat. You guys are running for. I mean, they're out here doing the whole again the grill. What's your
Mm.
favorite color? Red, no blue. And then as your time said it, and then what's Kegel said it right after that is, you got. I mean, could you imagine doing a movie review with these guys? Because it's just like, you yeah. And Lemon Pie said that they had some side splitting skits, but you know
Yes.
what? Okay, Corey, thanks for staying and hanging so long. You get some sleep.
Nadio,
Yeah,
Corey.
you're good. Thanks for hanging out so much. So, but like the missus always tells me, you can't remember take out the trash, but you remember. I'm sorry, it's a curse to remember movie lines. Uh,
That's funny. But then
Lady
again,
Miss, Lady Miss
to be
likes purple
fair,
and green. Those are nice colors though together. So,
yes, yeah.
thank
But
you, Freddie.
to be fair, the missus has often said, "I can't remember anything," so she can't blame you for not remembering something.
No, not at all. It's all good. Dang it. You know what? This, it's still going. We still got, we were up to 27 likes. We got 15 people here watching. Thank y'all. And
Oh,
now, you know what?
27.
You know what this is? Yeah, three more for 30. Why not? But you know what? This type of stream, what it results in usually? A Waffle House urge.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting hungry, and oh man, Corey's been up 29 hours.
I would
Ooh,
love
wow.
I would love to see a 30-minute short film, not a television show. A
Mhm.
30-minute short film comedy set in the Waffle House and just dealing with the kind of people who go to the Waffle House. All
Right
types
there,
of people.
yeah, late night fight. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yes. Oh
Oh my
dear.
gosh, it's just the only drawback with Waffle House is that they've gotten really expensive when you consider it's
What?
yeah, they've gotten really expensive. Like, yeah, I mean, when you consider it basically breakfast food,
Yeah.
it's what the heck? I mean, it's jumping again, but yeah, it's now taken me and the missus well over $20 for the two of us.
Oh my God.
It's every basic thing's at least around $10, and it's you can eat cheaper, but you really gotta be selective. So
Oh, that's so sad because one of the things I loved about Waffle House when I went there in the 90s was you could get 1.5 times the amount of food at Denny's for
yeah,
half the price. It was great.
yeah, exactly. Okay, you take this question.
Is this a kind of your Yeah, I reckon it is, man.
And we're
I
doing it
reckon it
tomorrow
is.
night. We're doing it tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. We'll have a few more people with us. So
Mm.
so
And
maybe
when the ladies get there, it's going to be a little bit more raunchy. I'm just telling you.
well, not necessarily raunchy. Raunchy's bad. We don't want raunchy. We want
Okay, no,
classy.
no, I'll
We
use a
we
different
want
word.
what?
Ribald. 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 A little bit more ribald.
I got
Um,
hair.
yeah. But
It's
look,
spicy. Let's say
there
spicy.
there have been times when we're trying to keep it PG-13, and then Bucky just rolls out a big one. You know what I
Or is
mean?
any of the people in there? The missus too will lay out.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
some peeps call me Tim. Now, edge of time is modern dating like a part-time job you don't want? Asking for a friend. uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I guess so. What do you think, Hungry?
Uh, uh,
Well,
look, I'm not. Look, honestly, I don't date anymore, so I can't comment. I don't mean to cop out, but 10 years ago, I would say yes, but today I can't say. 10 years ago, yes, but today I can't say.
yes. So, well, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get. Uh, the screen is the thing. So you answered that one. Lemon pie. I think I like the way lemon pie. This is an of amalgam of chat and panel. Exactly. That's
True,
what happens.
absolutely,
Many times.
absolutely.
Many times. that happens. So Buddy said that $20 is cheap for where he is. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Pineapple on pizza. Yep, pineapple on pizza. That's a public debate for everybody. So, oh my God!
Well,
this
not
chat
in
is jumping
Australia
on me so
because
fast I can't keep up with it at times.
it's not a debate in Australia because pineapple is one of our major resources. And so therefore we're going to put pineapple on everything. We used to put it on cheeseburgers. No kidding. But that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Not tonight. And yeah, spicy. I like to use the word spicy. But see, even then, I will be honest. I don't like to do too raunchy. They're not all the time. I like to keep it classy.
Yeah.
I like to make it where we don't have to take a shower when we're done. I like some highbrow, intelligent humor. So, so now Lemon Pie said I'll save the other stuff offline. Off air, yeah. But hey, he thought it was ribald.
Well, in America it's pronounced ribald. Here it's pronounced ribald, and that's just like in America you say albino, we say albino, and in America you say dynasty, we say dynasty.
I say tomato, and you say this tomato stuff. Tomato, but or basil. I'm basil.
I'm verging towards vehicle. I'm verging towards vehicle.
All right, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm good with that. So, and Tina says more ladies tomorrow night. I'll try to tune in. Please do. Please do. We love our ladies around here. I know at least one that I think that will be on it. I'm hoping the missus is not as tired tomorrow night. I hope she can join us. But yeah, there's like I said,
I have a question.
We've had a flexible week. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question for Tina. This may be jumping from one squirrel branch to another. But Tina, since you know so much about science fiction and you know so much about the good stuff, have you ever done cosplay? And did you enjoy it? No, Dadman silent. Let's keep going.
Well, no, it's okay. Well, I mean, Canadian Spider-Man said he doesn't date, don't recommend. She was a traditional gal.
Well, it depends on your definition of traditional.
Well, look, Wes Cagle, you're right. That's universal at all Waffle Houses. 2 a.m. the bars close, and that's where. Yep, that's not just Jersey. That's pretty much common everywhere.
Oh, so. Welcome to Queensland. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, there are so many different rules for bars and pubs. That I mean, you just got to.
Wow, Canadian Spider-Man said pineapple belongs on pizza. Wow, he living it defiant out there. So,
all right.
So,
50% of Australia is not going to disagree with you, Canadian Spidey. So I can't say anything.
Look at Tina, pineapple and pepperoni pizza. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Spice and sweet. Very good.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Buddy Hepburn, that was on Amanda's channel, though. That was on Amanda's channel. That was the one time that I will approach those. I was surprised you were there, Buddy. But hey, glad to have you there. But I saw a different side of you too, Buddy. I'm like. Oh, but
is Buddy talking about the recent one we had to do together?
On Amanda Gillen's channel, the beat, marry, and delete. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, that was that's. I cannot be held accountable for another show host, but it was fun to. Well, the missus.
Oh my! She's gonna kill you for that. Held accountable for what Amanda does.
Well, she says it. She's honest. She's honest. She's who she is. But the missus got me flying with some of her choices. I'm like, damn, I want to stream now, but so Miss Catonic Madman's here. Pepperoni mushrooms. Keep it simple and tasty. See,
and by the way,
earlier, the chat is kind of taking us down another avenue with a pizza discussion.
And by the way, as a respect to Miss Catonic Madman, I know where that name comes from. I know where that name comes from. We're talking a lot of tentacles. We're talking about a lot of slime. We're talking about a lot of things that existed millions of
Oh my
years
god.
before mankind. I know where your name comes from.
What the dude? I've never had a chat. Well, there's 13 people here. You would think there's like 400 people the way this chat's
Mm,
jumping on me. It's like crazy. So, but hey,
mm.
yeah, I think the at least this Aussie needs lessons. So I'm just giving it
Oh,
out.
Freddie, you're funny. You're funny.
All right.
No,
So
no, no, no,
yeah,
no. We say aluminium and you say aluminum.
it,
Case
aluminum.
closed.
There's only one way. Yeah. So well, that's nice, Rod. Good to see you. Keep taking it slow. So all right. Let's get down in here. So. Let's see.
Sorry, you're making me laugh too hard. I got a cough.
I know.
I don't want to spit in the microphone. I'll be
Like
right
bacon,
back.
pepperoni, and I think somebody else said, "Hey, Wade, good to see you again, Wade. Hey, stormy day tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I think we're supposed to have some rain near us too. So, God, how long have you done? I'm dying with this. And my cosplay as a sexy run. Wow. Oh my God. That's one. I'm done. I would have to see it after earlier discussions about D's, double D's. Could you imagine seeing that Ronald McDonald? Wow, I bet it was a blast, Tina. So hungry, yeah. I'm the one that never sleeps. So hey, it's just yeah, and I agree. Cronus, yeah, the sexy Ronald McDonald is just wrong. In Canada, Rod is taking claim for Canada inventing the Hawaiian pizza. So, let's see. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, and actually, exactly. A lot of the ladies I know a lot of good sci-fi. So, and like Lady Mist is saying here, black and white sci-fi movies are great. Are you back hungry? I guess not. I guess we've lost hungry for a while. Because I do want to hit. We can hit that one for a second. So I'll start that one and come back
I'm
to
back.
it.
I finished coughing.
Well, look at what Lady Miss said here. We've had this debate. Old black and white sci-fi movies are great. Because I told
agree.
you, what do I do? I hate black and white. I've always I've been honest. You know, I've always said I don't like black and white until guess when?
Until I told you to watch black and white movies. Kidding.
Godzilla -1. Remember?
Right. But if you go back to other black and white movies, you'll love them too.
I was traumatized as a kid though, because you remember the old home reels on the film, and they spool it on the reels and stuff, and had all those big tarantulas all the time. That's all. That's why I shied away.
You don't like Tarantula from 1958?
I hate any spider movies. I hate everything like that. But see, like this, but I learned to respect for Godzilla -1 because I actually saw a lot more detail in that movie.
Yes,
in the black and white version than I did the whatever you mean the color version. So
yes,
so
I'm actually a little bit surprised because Tarantula from the 1950s actually has the first major significant screen role for Clint Eastwood. He actually plays two roles in the film. He plays a scientific assistant, and then he plays the guy who drops the napalm on the giant spider.
Right.
It's a beautiful moment.
Yeah. Canadian Spider-Man shouting out to you. Queensland rocks, especially FNQ, Port Douglas, Cairns. Do you have a lot of Karens there, by the way?
Nowadays you do. In the old days we did not, but there are a lot of Cairn Terriers too. And McKay, yeah, love it. Great Capel Island, been there back in the 80s. Bris Vegas is fantastic. Toowoomba, not so much. And he knows what I mean about Toowoomba.
Jalapenos and bacon pizza. Interesting.
That's good. Oh yeah, lemon. Talking my language.
Sorry. Did you see what Tina said about her cosplay as Ronald McDonald?
No, I didn't. No, no,
Yeah,
sorry.
she said that her cosplay as Ronald McDonald was a blast. And you remember we talked about the double D's earlier and 6 foot tall.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right here, because
oh, there it is.
got a lot of people staring at
Wow,
me when
wow,
she's.
wow, wow. Okay, now the funny thing is, Tina.
Hey,
The
hey,
funny.
hungry.
Yeah.
Sorry, nearly ripped. Sorry.
I mean, the thing is, Tina's generation, which is not my generation, you guys basically kind of invented the clown fetish, so I understand where you're coming from, but it's still going to creep me out a little bit, but I respect you for doing it. I mean, a 6 foot woman.
Hey, no, you stop that right now. You stop
What?
that right now,
What?
bitch.
What?
Because our favorite movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the two McKenzie brothers, or the two whatever brothers, they got clowns. They got clown girlfriends that had big boobs that inflated on demand.
Okay, all right. All right. I'm just going to back down from my statement and agree with you. But the thing is that you have a 6 foot tall female Ronald McDonald with cups. McDouble D's. Oh, that's actually very good.
Well,
very
as
good.
it comes in, the old man comes in right in on that announcement. Oh, that's so good to see tonight. Oh my God. Oh my shoot. All right. So all right. Oh boy. All right. Yeah. Freddie said, yeah, tarantula shocked him as a kid at that age.
Well, there were things that for you as a kid, honestly, I would not recommend you as a kid watching the film or even as a teenager, but as an adult, that's fine because the makeup effects were actually very severe in Tarantula, and there were some very severe deformity effects that would disturb you.
Now, look at this. Tina said, take away my nerd card, not like in black and white.
Yeah, right on, Tina. Right on.
Well, but hey, like I said, I've learned my lesson, though, you know? I've learned my lesson.
I got to do the raspberry for Tina. Right on. Right on, Tina.
And Lady Miss agrees right with you. Nothing like peer pressure for this stuff. But I tell you, I'm
peer pressure.
I'm okay. All I need is the Miss to sit down with me and watch movies, and I'll be happy. Have some popcorn, some cuddles, and then I'll watch whatever with her. So
yeah, but I mean, to be fair to you, you need we talked about this in other film and television discussions. You need the plot to move at a rapid clip, or you get bored. And
it depends, yeah. Well,
but
I tell you,
in the 50s, the sci-fi movies were a bit slow, man.
Now, Buddy says noir stories are better in black and white.
Noir.
Now, I tell you, now, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, because I don't know this stuff and all the terms. And that's why I appreciate you guys in the chat, people like Hungry Boy. That movie, Sin City, I know it's based on the comics, but the movie that came out was like a combination of color, black and white, and all kinds of stuff.
Mostly black and white.
Is that considered noir?
It's considered, I hate to be specific, neo-noir comic book movie. Neo-noir, meaning people try.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You go. I walked into it completely blind. I was out of town with a coworker, wanted to go to a movie. There was nothing else I could justify going to watch, so I did it. All I know is that Elijah Wood freaked the shit out of me with those creepy glasses and look. I mean, it was, and just the shading was effective, was actually black and white, but then they threw in the red and some of the color. It was like really an intriguing thing to watch.
And that was almost exactly accurate to the comic book, which is very rare in comic book movies. So the fact that you enjoyed that really lightens my heart because that means you are in a de facto way enjoying the comic book it came from. Yep. So that's great.
Exactly. So that's another thing you talk forever, but I just realized connecting this statement with even Lady Miss agreed. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Lady Miss. All right. I got you. But hey, it's too funny. So,
and they actually had to work very hard to make those black and white effects in Sin City. And the sequel, Sin City 2. It was very hard to make that movie happen. Very physically difficult.
I did see original Night of the Living Dead because Riff Tracks did it once.
Yes, and honestly, that has Vincent Price, and it is a fantastic movie. A
Now,
fantastic
look
movie.
at Tennessee. Tennessee. Yeah, that's what it
Stop
is.
drooling, Citrus. Stop
I'm
drooling.
I'm glad you can roll that on because oh my gosh, Buddy Hepburn, young man, who
Oh, buddy. Oh, my God. Tina, slaughter him now.
oh my gosh,
Buddy, that was good. But Tina, you can slaughter him for that.
exactly. And hey, maybe if the three of us could get together here too, whichever. But yeah, I tell you, Brisbane. I just got to say
Brisbane.
free. I
Brisbane.
know it's Brisbane. I had to say. So is it Toowoomba?
Toowoomba. Toowoomba.
Toowoomba. Okay, all
So,
right. So
say
to
Wo,
Toowoomba
ba.
Toowoomba
Toowoomba. Yeah. There you
Toowoomba.
got it. You got it.
All right.
Perfect.
All right.
You learn very easily. Stop picking on yourself.
I try to. When I try and not be a smart ass, Exactly. Yeah, Tina's got a heck of an avatar out there with that. So, yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We did a show
Oh,
on it.
I
Hungry and
love
I
that
did.
movie. Love
And I've actually
it.
sung this song on karaoke. I don't know that Lady Mist was around when I did it once,
Great
but yeah,
song.
they actually have it, that words to the song is really really cool. So
Mm.
so yeah, do more sit ups, Canadian Spider Man.
Mm.
That will do. So oh my gosh, oh man, um, oh them. Wes Cagle says them.
Yes, a magnificent film, Wes Cagle. I've seen it many times, and honestly, it is. I know it is technically considered one of the first, if not the
Mhm.
first, giant bug film, but it is one of the best science fiction films ever made. I agree with you
Mhm.
entirely. Not just giant bug, but just science fiction. Yes,
And like Tina's saying, there's been a lot of kaiju movies, in black and white, and that's
absolutely, absolutely. First Gojira, and then the American remake, and then the sequel to Gojira, which is Godzilla Raids Again, and then the American version of that,
yeah,
Gigantus the Fire Monster, and then you had Varan, the Unbelievable, and yeah, a lot of stuff in black and white in kaiju. Very
yeah.
good
And
point, Tina.
see
Very good
if
point.
and yes, I that's one of the things is the Hungry's told me about the kaiju, the Godzilla movies. Wasn't some of Ultraman in black and white?
No, but let me just
I
explain
just
first.
yeah.
The answer comes in 2 points. So, kaiju actually doesn't mean giant monster, it means strange monster or strange beast. So, anything that is man size or smaller or larger can be a kaiju, but you can have a subcategory of giant kaiju. And Ultraman actually came from Ultra Q, which was a series made by the guy who created Ultraman, and that had a bunch of monsters that ended up in Ultraman from Ultra Q. And
Mm,
Ultra Q was more like the original Outer Limits mixed with a little bit of Scooby Doo, because they had
mhm,
ongoing characters trying to figure out what was happening with the monsters. And that worked very well. But
mhm,
then the Japanese production companies wanted to have Mr. Subaraya create something that was a little bit more superhero oriented. So he combined a superhero concept with Ultra Q and created Ultraman in
okay.
1966. And that's how we got Ultraman.
And like Freddie said, I did see growing up cartoons in black and white, and it's something when you witness the transition to color.
Mm.
It really is. So, Cronus Lights and City.
A
So
lot of people don't
they're coming
like
to
the
get you,
spirit,
Barbara.
which also, oh, yeah, buddy, nice quote. They're coming to get you,
Uh,
Barbara. Yes,
no,
absolutely. I get
the
that.
original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
In black and white, very good film, but I also back up the remake in the 1978 version with a new Donald Sutherland and Leonard Nimoy, who played
So,
Spock.
so
Yes.
wait, the Donald Southern one is not the original.
No, it's not the original. No.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
No,
Well,
okay. You would look, I don't think you would like the original in black and white, but
No.
you've seen the 78 one, and that it also had Jeff Goldblum. People forget it had Jeff Goldblum in it. And it had Veronica from Alien. Remember Veronica? You were talking about her just the other week when you saw Alien, the navigator from Alien.
Yeah, you know what we learned about with that? She actually tried out for the role of Ripley.
Yes, she did.
And she did not learn. She didn't get Ripley's role until she got there to start shooting. That's when they told her. So,
yeah, and thank you, buddy. Yes, Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7, and then
and
like
look who
10
just showed
others.
up. Look who
More than
just
10
showed
others.
up. Look just
Hey,
who
Mr.
showed up.
Hey, all right. The man who understands kaiju better than anybody else. You know what I mean, buddy.
I'm supposed to be going to bed. I gotta get up at 6 o'clock.
You're not
in the
going
morning,
to
about
bed
4
until the
hours.
chat's done. You're gonna obey the needs of the chat, bitch.
That's a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. Well, I tell you what, that was a good one. So, Mr. Angel, how are you doing today? Mr. Angel, I did send you a Discord message to update people that have come through that have been hearing us about our friend Masters Maniac Mexico. I have heard from him a couple times today. He is still in positive spirits. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's still got a long way to go, but he was positive in the communications and stuff. And I'll try to give more as he allows and as he says more. We may be doing something for him next week in celebration of his birthday. I need more details before we can confirm and say that. So, but if we do that, then it definitely will be a big, big party for that. But I just want to let everybody know.
And speaking of that, Mr. A, you need to find out for me which is Master's favorite comic book character. And you know why I'm asking. But just send it along.
So. And so Tina says hello to you this morning. And let's see, Wes Cagle said, come on, get there. Yeah, tomorrow night and Friday night I'll be at home on my regular computer, so I will not have the slowness here, and I will be able to pull up side pictures and stuff like that. So, come on. There you go.
Nice one, Lady Mist. Nice one.
Veronica
yes,
Cartwright was great. Great in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So
yeah, she was. Actually, she held the movie together, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, no, she did.
There's a cameo. There's a cameo.
No, not a cameo. She's not a cameo.
There was Miss Katana is talking about another one. There was a cameo from the lead of the original Invasion in the 70s remake.
Yes, the cameo came from the guy who played the lead in the original. And he only shows up briefly, slamming on car doors, going, "They're coming to get you!" That was it.
I guess, buddy, dang. Yeah. Out of all this is what's so great with these shows. Out of here, Edge of Time says, "This dog, its chat jumped on me again."
Thank you, Mr. A. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Let's see. We'll get there. So, odd urge for pickled beer. I never heard of that. So
gross.
And Lady Miss said also looks like good scary haunting movies like the 1963 The Haunting with Julie Harris. So,
absolutely.
Absolutely. And I know you don't like the Owen Wilson or the Owen Wilson haunting. I mean, his death scene was cool in that movie.
Okay, that's one little bit. That's one little bit. But to back up Lady Mist, the original haunting did not have the ability to show gore. Because of the rating systems, did not have the ability to do overt sexuality. They had to imply it. They had to go with dialogue, but they also did things, and Lady Mist remembers what I'm talking about, where you have two women huddling in a bed, and the door just bends out. And that was one of the first times, if not the first time in history, you see the door bent out. And that's when we know it's a real haunting, not a fake haunting, because they both saw it. It was not a dream in their head. And you hear the breathing from portions of the house. And the house was itself an absolute character in the movie. And I agree. I watched it once when I was a kid, terrified the hell out of me. Couldn't watch it again until I was 21 years old. So I agree with you 100%, Lady Mist. Excellent call. Excellent point. Wow. Sorry to get serious there, but I take my horror movies very seriously, as Mr. Angel knows.
Yeah, I know. Just like you take your Australian national anthem with the from a land down under, where they go thunder, and you love Colin Hay. He's your friend, so
he's my Scottish friend. Yes, he's not my Australian friend.
Colin Hay, Australia for music, like Foster's Australia for beer. Put a shrimp on the barbie.
Oh,
so and I'm glad I kept going to Canadian Spider-Man. We have 16 of y'all. I just love it. This is just amazing.
I just want to say, Foster's is the equivalent of Bud Light. Okay, that's
which I understand is like not good. So it's like flavored water. It's like when people don't put enough coffee beans in their coffee, and that's like what's the point?
Right.
Exactly. So. All right, so hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. The numbers keep changing. Hey, send it out. Hey, let's get some new subscribers. Let's see if we can get up to 700. We're at 6. What is it? I'm at 627 because the number went down. Let's get to 650. But also, though, folks, let's do
right
this,
on, Lady Mist. Right on. I see your comment. Very good point.
We will get there, but we will get the 19 watching. But listen, I want to take this chance. My wife, her Mrs. Dadman Walking Off 55, also has her own channel and shows tomorrow at 10 a.m. She will be live for your daily dose of positivity. Check it out, especially when she starts laughing at her own memes. And also on Tuesdays and Thursdays, she does Lego builds. Really quite a fun thing. So check her channel out. And we're trying to do a little bit more gaming on her channel at night as we can do stuff. So let me see where we go. Is this I think this is Wes Cagle asked Lady, says, don't be afraid of the dark. Is that one that you've seen too?
I've seen it, and for 1973, for a television movie, it is very, very good. The remake is bloody terrible. But yes, that is a good 1970s movie.
Yep. By the way, all Hill House movies. Ang and I went to one of the Universal Halloween Horror Nights, and they had one of the houses as based on the Hill House movie. So it was really, really interesting. I would have probably appreciated it more if I had actually seen it,
and that's not to be confused with the House on Haunted Hill, which is an entirely different thing.
Right.
So
I learned that. Yeah.
So you have Hill House is actually the basis for The Haunting, and then also it got rewritten into a novel, which got rewritten into a film called The Legend of Hell House, which is also a magnificent horror film starring Roddy McDowall, believe it or not. And then it got remade into that one with Owen Wilson we won't talk about anymore.
Hey, make sure you breathe in and breathe out, okay? So, and Lady Miss continues, and she thinks the other lady is holding her hand kind of movie that makes you sleep with the lights on for a month. Yeah.
Agreed. Lady Mist, absolutely.
There's another the link again, and hello to somebody I don't think I've ever seen before, Dr. Bob's Nightmares. Hello. No one in Australia drinks Foster's.
I can verify. I've honestly never seen it done. But they're always in the grocery shop. They're always in the supermarket. But I think that's mainly for tourists who are used to it already, so they got to stock it. But yes.
Well, you got to say it's a great promotion for American tourists and stuff like that, because it's like, they do the Australian accent, Foster's. Australia for Bill.
Honestly, I'll say this as an artist. I honestly think the design of the cans.
Spider-Man. And welcome, by the way, Dr. Bob's Nightmares. Good to see you.
Yes.
I'm not sure I've seen, but hey, folks, make sure you hit that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel, or check that you make sure you're still subscribed, because weird things have been happening. So,
and Canadian Spidey is correct. But the thing is, the beer can designs, and Spidey knows what I mean, because he's got very good taste in art. He knows what I mean. We talked about this when I was on his channel one time. The thing is that the design of the cans is actually very beautiful and very enticing. That doesn't mean what's in the can is any good, but he knows what I mean.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, Tina says, let's continue the parties. It's been
Thank
a
you,
blast.
Tina. Thank
Well,
you.
Hungry, I just realized, too, we're going to be pushing you tomorrow night, though.
That's okay. We're gonna keep going. We're on a good vibe tonight. I'll get
Okay,
sleep. I'll get sleep. I'll get sleep.
okay,
It'll
all
be
right,
okay.
because tomorrow night and also Friday will be our squirrel streams, and
Hmm.
who knows what we'll do, how it goes. So, uh, but Lemon Pie says that nobody in America drinks it. So who is drinking it?
The Japanese.
Yeah,
Kidding, 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 kidding.
Rod says he's eaten pizza for too long. He wants to have a strong body with his 70 or 80. So
Good one, Rod.
do not walk on the Legos. Am I that far behind? Jeez.
Wow.
Mexicans love Fosters. Buddy put the
Oh
chat out
no.
for the missus there. So let's see. Yep, Rod Dunhart with a great quote. Let's get up there. Uh, Come on. There you go. It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable.
Yeah, I can
So,
agree with that. I can agree with that.
well, Buddy is saying Mr.
Sardonicus.
Sardonicus. Yeah.
Sardonicus. Yes. I've seen that movie 5 times, buddy. I absolutely love it. I know it's really corny, but it's a William Castle film. I consider it his best horror film, buddy. His best horror film. But I also, buddy, I like Bug. Bug is a great horror film, sci-fi horror film, but it's fantastic and it has a horrifying ending. Very well written. Bug is great, but Mr. Sartonicus has a magnificent twist ending. So thank you, buddy, for that. Absolutely agree.
So, all right. So, just responding to Mr. Angel's a question he had there. So,
Oh, good.
yeah. So, let's see. Uh, yeah, the chat keeps moving on me with this. This is so funny. Wes Cagle said, though, at least for house movies, I like House where evil dwells, good horror with a side of TNA.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I would agree with
Exactly.
that too.
Jack Skellington. But then, like Wes Cagle said, we've been told that Foster's an Australian for beer.
Yeah, well, the Russians tell you a lot of the vodka they export is good vodka too, and they're lying. So
That's
it's
not
the
a
same
knife.
thing.
This is a knife. That's not a knife. It's a spoon. Oh, you played knifey spoony before. Oh my.
Knifey Spoonie, no, that's good. But the actual name for that game, Tina, and you'll like the fact that I know this, is Mumbledy Peg. And I don't know why it's called Mumbledy Peg, but that's the one where it, like in Aliens, remember where the knife is going beep, 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 beep,
Yep.
between the fingers. And yeah, that's an intense game. You ever played that one, Dad Man?
Nope. 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 I'm chicken for that. So
I did once.
excuse me. Sorry for coughing. I got to mute a second. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rock.
Well, I mean, Mumbledy Peg is a very terrifying game. But if somebody's got you backed into a corner and they've given you a bet you can't back down from, go for the Mumbledy Peg once because they know they're going to go to jail if they take off one of your fingers, so it's fine.
Yep. Wow, that's cool. You guys are rocking. We're up to 32 likes. We still got 60 people hanging out. I really want to keep going, but I think we're going to have to truly end. We hit 3 hours. It's 2:20 in the morning. Mr. Angel needs to talk to us, and I think we need to talk with Hungry about something important. But it's not that bad. But gosh, you guys rock. You guys are awesome. But join us tomorrow night and Friday night. Because I do need to get. If I go to bed at 3:00, I will get about 3 hours sleep. So that's
damn
the way.
it! Oh, sorry.
What? No, about
I
3.
I don't want to keep you up. I'm sorry. Now I'm feeling upset.
No, it's not your fault. It's Canadian Spider-Man's fault. He said, "Damn it! I just got here and you ending the stream." But it's like, yeah. But see, like Rod there, yes. Oh, Rod's got to get up at 4:10. So if he's about 2 hours behind us, then yeah, it's
Rod. You're a tougher
And,
man than any of us in the chat or the stream, Rod. Serious. Well, no. You're as tough as Canadian Spider-Man, but you're the tough guy here,
yeah.
Rod, and I bow my head to that because I can't be that tough. I can't.
So I will. Let's see. I should have started that one, but I do want to say thank you, Hungry Boy.
Oh, my
Thanks
pleasure.
for coming in. I really do not want to end. I really don't. But out of
You
the
have tomorrow. You have tomorrow.
we have tomorrow tonight, guys. So if you like what you see tonight, definitely come back and check us out another time. It'll be with more people, but it adds a different dimension. See, this late night streams really exactly start time for sleep. Early start in the morning. Well, Lady Miss, I will say I am completely honored. I am completely honored to have you in a chat. I do not remember you coming before for this long, but unless you learned, but Lady Miss to be participating, I consider it a high honor. Like when Snorta Poopas first came in the chat, I was like, yes, big time. And so to have the gracious Lady Miss grace us tonight was really, really an honor, and thank you. But everybody, but he says sounds like Florida man. But yeah, make plans to join us tomorrow night. There'll be a rowdier panel of other people here with us, and Friday night also probably about 10 o'clock. Hopefully, that'll be our excuse to get out. We're going to be at a family dinner tomorrow night, and then get home and stuff like that. So, talking about size, there, Rod Thunderheart is 6'3". Canadian Spider-Man is 5'6". So.
But that is a classic comic book differential, Rod. And you know what I mean. That is great. Spidey's good. I mean, Rod Thunderheart, let's face it, Rod. That is a great name for a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, Miss Stranger's Day has to be in. Yes, exactly. All right. Come on. And just like that, the chat went crazy again. But hey, you guys, Lady V says hello directly to you. Hungry for Fun Economy.
Oh, thank you, Lady Miss. Thank you. Rose is back.
Yes.
Rose is back.
Yes, she is known for her roses. That's for sure. All right. So, like I said, please, if you're up in the morning, go check out my wife's channel. Let's see. She's at 224. If you're not subbed to her channel yet, please go do. Make sure you're still subscribed if you are. She is actually trying to monetize. So especially appreciate the support and help her grow on her channel. And, thank you for the support for her, for me. And, you guys make this worthwhile. Like tonight, this stream, I did this stream started because some clown in Australia was sitting there, and I'm like 2:00 in the morning on DM. I'm like, hey, you want to stream? He's like, sure, let's do it. And I'm like, what the hell?
You contacted me 40 minutes before we began tonight. 40 minutes.
I was like, and I had not heard from you in 3 days, and I was like, well, let's do it. So, yeah, and that's why the part of it tonight was. See, it started with Hungry, like a duo buddy show, and that's kind of where tonight we kept it as just us. But we do have a bigger group. We do have a lot of other people that come jump in with us and really have a good time with it. So that's a little bit of the history of it. So, all right. Oh, Lady Miss saying just one of the many lovely people who in chat joined us. Well, thank you, Lady V. Always appreciate it. So, and everybody for being here tonight. Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to both me and the Mrs. channel for that. We will see you tomorrow night, starting at 10 p.m. Come by, bring your friends, neighbors, everybody else, and we'll see who shows up on our side, and we will go from there and jump tree to tree, and we will play our standard game of We're in the USA. If you've not ever seen it, come do it, because our friend Wes Cagle keeps blaming everything on New Jersey, and you never know.
However, just on rare occasion, you throw in an international one. Please consider doing just one international one.
All right. And hashtag blame Australia for everything. So on that note, thank you, everybody. We will catch you later, and y'all all have a great night. Bye, all.
Nighty-o.